Let's hope I don't mess this up. This is Black and the Black Tie. It's your boy Blue coming to you straight from the stack of Hayward. Smoking out fam with that dank shit. On my far left, mixing up on the ones and two is Kronos.
Hey, so usually I don't ask for anything from listeners, but if you happen to pray or just give good thoughts, send it my way and Kay's way, because we're going to go through some significant shit in the next couple days that might affect the podcast for the next week or so. So, yeah, I'll explain it after things are done. Hopefully things will go okay, but yeah, could be kind of shitty. There you
All right, oldest ninja in the world, old ninja.
Uh, well, I was gonna follow that with something completely different, but that was actually pretty kind of heavy. So,
go. Sorry.
I mean, it's good. I had to do. I kind of wish Blue had started with me, but I was gonna say, jump in the line, rock your body on time. Okay, I believe you.
Oh yeah, that was gonna be my intro. But as you can tell, Prodigy isn't here. He's on the run from Zuckerberg. He's trying to get laid off too.
More fooders. I told him.
Shut up. Shut up, fire, brother.
Yo, Zuck money.
Yeah, for reals. Oh man,
It's like he needs to get his metaverse money. He's like, yo, I'm getting it from somebody.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, Blue, your camera done died.
Yeah, hopefully I don't drop off real quick. I'm gonna pause my camera. There we go. I have camera issues.
Yeah.
But no, so Kronos, you usually have some stats for us.
I do have the stats. Listener of the week would be Irwin. Thank you very much, Irwin, for listening. Definitely appreciate
Steve
it.
Irwin? Isn't that guy dead?
Yeah, it's definitely not Steve Irwin. That's actually his name. It's actually the way it's spelled is maybe it's Irwan. I don't know. It's Erwan, so it could be Irwan. I could have fucked that all up. I won't say your last name, but you know how your name is spelled. So.
Shout out to you. Thank you very much for listening.
And first in the chat is nobody yet, because we're on CP time almost always. Sorry.
I mean,
but not sorry.
You should already know.
Yeah, you already know.
I already know.
Hey, if we were a bigger podcast, I would make more of an effort to be on time. 100%.
If we were a bigger podcast, these episodes would be pre-recorded.
No, I mean we still do it live
ones.
Yeah, we still do it live.
We'd have probably less live ones. We probably have more fanfare and more production value.
Yeah, I mean 100% more production value, but we still do it live because people like the live stuff.
Indeed. Oh yeah, no one is in there. Okay. Blue.
All right. Oh no, you have some frothy out liquor for us, as Prodigy would say. But let's keep it classy. Let's add a little bit of champagne to this mix.
Champagne.
Yeah.
Is that banana?
Yeah, bananaversary from Other Half.
Wait, is that what is that? Is that a liqueur?
It's a beer by Other Half.
Yeah, that does not look like a beer. It looks like
I thought it was wine.
Yeah, it looks like wine or like one what's that shit? Alizé.
Oh, yeah, I'm not drinking Alizé. Oh shit, it's 50% alcohol though.
I know.
50?
That's what I was like.
That's a wine.
Yeah, it's an imperial stout, aged 16 to 24 months in bourbon barrels, with wild Thai banana, coconut, toasted coconut, macadamia nuts, and vanilla. This sounds good as fuck. I want to age it, but I'm out of vodka and seltzer, so I'm drinking one of my good beers.
Okay.
I gotta look this up, see if I can find this. Bananarama, right?
Bananaversary from Other Half.
All right. Conan, you have some stats while I look this up.
Yeah, so we're gonna. I guess I'm gonna go with Blue's suggestion. I'm gonna pour out some champagne then, for the one, the only Harry Belafonte, born Harold George Belafonte Jr. He was a singer, actor, and activist who basically made calypso music popular with international audiences in the 1950s. Belafonte has an EGOT, as a Prodigy loves to coin, which is, for those of you who don't know, it's an Emmy, a Golden Globe, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. However, the Oscar he won was an honorary award, and it was I guess, what they call a non-competitive Oscar, but he still got one. Um, with his album Calypso, which came out in the 1950s, he was the first million-selling LP artist at that time, single artist at the time.
Damn.
Uh, his mega hit, the Banana Boat song "Deo," is still played to this day. For you young folks out there, the song is used during the dinner scene in the movie Beetlejuice, and
Oh yeah,
also
that's a fair part.
the song "Jump the Line, Shake Sonora," which is also used at the end of the film. Both of those are
Oh shit.
Belafonte songs.
So the song that Deo song, wait, is it called Deo?
Yeah, it's called Banana Boat, but it
Yeah.
is Deo.
Yeah, that song is actually super dark
Yeah, it
because
is.
it's about basically,
Working
yeah,
like a
working and being
slave.
exploited from
Hmm.
working in a banana farm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
getting paid very little and working all day. Literally working 12 hours or more, peeling, getting bananas, pretty
Yeah,
much.
and
I
then like the black tarantula part. I think we probably talked about this on the podcast before, but like yeah, there's a spider that can be found inside of
Well,
bananas, so you gotta be careful.
hold on,
If they bite
stop.
you,
It's not
they give you
just any kind of spider. It's a fucking tarantula.
oh yeah, it's a fucking tarantula. But like, yeah, apparently I believe this is true. I think I looked this up before, but yeah, if this if this spider bites you, you can have an erection for more than 4 hours.
4 hours, yeah.
yeah.
But then usually, if you don't get it treated, apparently you die. So,
Yeah.
so yes,
Does your dick
very.
explode? Is that what happens?
Uh, I think all the blood
Dick
goes to your dick,
explosion?
and like I don't know if it explodes, but maybe like you can't take the blue balls, and so your balls explode. Maybe I don't know.
Does sound like a
Where
shitty situation.
it does. I mean, who fucks really with tarantulas if you keep them as pets? Which I do not. I know people that do, but I don't know why you would. Anyway, Belafonte became an even bigger hit or a huge hit when he starred in the film adaptation of the Broadway musical Carmen Jones. During the Civil Rights Movement, he became a close friend of Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who often retired to Belafonte's New York apartment to talk strategy or escape the pressures of leading the Civil Rights Movement. In 1964, Belafonte and Sidney Poitier were traveling to Mississippi to deliver a doctor's bag full of $70,000 to support voter registration in Mississippi. On the way there, Belafonte says they were chased and shot at by the Ku Klux Klan, but they managed to hand deliver the money anyway, even getting shot
Damn.
at. In his eyes, in Belafonte's eyes, the civil rights movement was a global fight, and he led a campaign against apartheid in South Africa. He also befriended Nelson Mandela. He mobilized support for the fight against HIV and AIDS and became a UNICEF Goodwill Ambassador. He also came up with the idea for recording the 1985 hit "We Are the World" from Quincy Jones, which assembled a huge group of pop and rock stars, including Bob Dylan, Michael Jackson, and Bruce Springsteen, among a few. There's like literally 50 stars on that song. This was to raise money for famine relief in Africa, and also I thought it was for HIV, but also I guess famine. He even
but also,
he
I
even
guess it's pretty
yeah,
serious too.
it is. He even spoke out against prominent actors like Beyonce and Jay Z for not having bolder social stance. He even criticized then Senator Barack Obama before he even got elected. Belafonte died of congenital heart failure at the age of 96. He
Congenital or
lived
congenial?
congenial. Sorry,
Oh,
I
no, no,
mispronounced.
no. I was asking. I misheard.
Yeah, he was 96. He almost lived a full century, very similar to Betty White. But his list of accomplishments goes on and on. I wouldn't take up the whole podcast, but he had a huge list of stuff. He was very vocal, especially with civil rights. But he continued to make music and act. In fact, his last on-screen performance was in Black Klansman, which Cronus got at a White
I did.
Elephant
Great movie.
party we got. Yeah, because I bought it and I put it in. I didn't know who was going to get it. I thought Prodigy was going to end up with it, but still, I still didn't get a chance to see it because that's one of Spike Lee's like one of his many decorated films, and I didn't know Harry Belafonte was in it. Now I got to watch it. Definitely watch it.
Yeah, he's kind of a. I mean, obviously, he's a prolific actor, but that came basically before Oh, I'm sorry, me and Blue's age.
Yeah,
Not old Ninja, because
get it right.
I think they were
Yeah.
roommates at some point. But
uh,
yeah, I definitely didn't know that he wrote that Banana Boat song. Um,
you know that was him?
I didn't know that was him, which is it's a great song, but like I said, before, it's about, you know, really labor rights. Like when he's
So
talking
yeah.
about, lifting 6 foot, 7 foot, 8 foot, it's like lifting that many fucking bananas
Mhm.
to like for a tally man to come tally his bananas. It like honestly go back and listen to the song and then understand this is like a real person complaining about actual labor disputes.
Mhm.
And then you'll understand the
What's
context.
What's funny to me is I knew he did the Banana Boat song, but I didn't know he did the Jump Sonora song.
Oh
That
yeah.
song, I didn't know. So I knew he did the Banana Boat song because in like they adapted that like part into a film where
Hmm.
he's in like the I forgot what movie it is, but it's like it's either a film or a video, but he's in it where he's doing that kind of labor, but
Yeah,
he's smiling while doing it, even though I mean I guess it's supposed to be a happy video,
I
but
mean you have to do it back then.
yeah, I mean, but
Right.
to be fair, it was his most popular song at the time, and he was making millions at the time.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah, I
I
think
don't
of
know
gotta
like,
if
put
he
face on it.
has.
him and like Sidney Poitier, and there's a whole bunch of like, older, well, I guess not deceased, black actors.
Oh,
Um,
Nichelle Nichols,
yeah,
another
that
one.
really, push the envelope for black actors. And I think that the vast majority of Americans, even the world, I don't think that his name is really a household name. And
Uh,
hopefully it will now after his death, which is kind of sad. But yeah, he seemed like a really good dude. So,
yeah, I mean, I because he's not here, I'm gonna say it in honor of Prodigy. His daughter is fine as fuck.
uh,
Sherry Belafonte, because she's a model, but she's super fucking fine. Even in
You know
her
who else?
advanced age, she's still pretty attractive.
Phil's daughter is really hot. That I didn't know it was his daughter. It's Chong from Cheech and Chong. His daughter.
Oh,
She's
oh,
fine
I
wait,
as
didn't
you
know
hell.
that.
hold on. You didn't know Radon Chong was his
I
daughter?
did not know. I probably was like a couple of years ago. I learned that was his
Really?
daughter.
Oh my
I didn't know.
god.
I didn't know. I didn't even know Chong was Asian. I thought he was Mexican this whole fucking
She's
time.
part and she's Blaxican.
Yeah.
But yeah, Radon Chong bad as hell too. I mean, I don't know what she looks like now, but back then, oh boy.
Mhm.
Ooh boy. But yeah.
Well,
R.I.P. to legendary Hella Belafonte. I mean, it's funny because like everyone knows those two songs from Beetlejuice. If you don't know who he was, those songs will still get you jumping around, especially
Damn, he
Jump
had
Fly.
a
It's a really good song.
dude. He had a long list of fucking. He had a bunch of albums.
I told you, I don't want to take it to. He did a
Like
lot of
damn,
shit. He put on a
some of
lot
them
of shit. He did a
went number
lot of
one.
acting. He did a lot of things in his. He wasn't. He didn't just sit back. Either he was speaking to crowds about injustice, usually racial injustice, or he was making music or starring in movies. He was always doing something.
I did not know this is Ray Don Chong was Chong's daughter.
You didn't know that either?
No,
You know that? Yeah.
Really?
See what I'm talking about?
not at
I thought
all.
everybody knew. I thought
Holy
everybody knew that.
shit! Yeah, she was in fucking Commando. Oh wait, we got
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
somebody
He
just
was a
donated to
commando.
us. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh,
One
I
sec.
see who it is.
There was a donation in here,
Awesome.
and it was
That's
from
our
my hot
boy.
Lord. Once again, thank you
There you
very
go.
much.
Welcome
Appreciate
to
it,
the
man.
chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
super
welcome.
chat.
Ah.
Wait, neither of you knew that Radon Chong was Tommy Chong's daughter?
No, I didn't.
Nope.
Real quick though, hey, if we get enough super chats, we'll be on time more often. I'm just saying.
Yeah. There you go.
Incentives.
Hey, you know what? I'm with it. So damn, none of y'all knew that shit.
Well, I mean, honestly, like she was in fucking Commando, man. So
She
Yeah.
is,
I remember
but
her
she's
face from Commando. She's a an older lady now. And
she
she's
is
born
an
in
old lady.
'61, so
But she's in. Y'all never seen the movie where where Homeboy becomes Soul Man or Homeboy
Yeah. Yeah.
becomes Black to
yeah,
go
Become
to
but
like for
college?
school.
she doesn't look like
Yeah.
Chong.
No, I mean she's at least 4 shades darker than her dad.
Yeah, she's what we
But
like to call black, or at least black passing. It's,
not. No, she is more than Black Panther. She's definitely black.
yeah.
But still, I knew. Like I found out
Huh.
after Soul Man that because I think her dad shows up in one. There's like either a commercial or a movie that they're in together. But she's in Beat Street, like one of the quintessential breakdancing films. She's in that movie.
This is so weird. So obviously he has two daughters that look, black, and then there's one daughter named Precious Chong. She looks super white.
What?
So yeah, them's genetics.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's got blonde hair. I think she even has blue or green eyes. Yeah, green eyes, and that's his daughter.
Oh, maybe before his most current.
I don't know, but I think
Oh,
The
I don't.
odds.
I don't know.
They all have the same mom.
I don't know.
What
Oh,
is Chung
She's
mixed or
definitely
is he
younger.
full? Is he full Chinese? Actually, is he
Chinese?
Chinese or is he?
I don't think
What is
Chong is
Chong?
Chinese.
What is Chong? Is he
he's
What
Chinese
is
Canadian.
now?
what is a Chong?
That sounds super racist. Holy shit!
I thought
But
I thought it was ethnically. I believe he was a stoner.
yes,
Yeah.
Ethnically,
one
I'm just
hundred
saying.
percent.
He's actually
100.
Canadian. That's kind of hilarious.
Yeah, he was Canadian. I was like, he's Canadian, but Cheech Marin is not from Canada.
Tommy Chong.
Tommy Chong and Ray Don Chong. Ray Don Chong is dark as hell. She might be darker than some of y'all.
He's Scottish, Irish, and Chinese immigrant.
There you go. He's mixed.
Yeah, he's
There you go.
mixed.
Oh, I see Precious Chong. Precious Chong looks like Annie Wershing.
Yeah, she looks
Holy
like.
shit!
Yeah,
Holy shit!
it's where we see his other daughters. So,
Holy shit!
yeah, that's
She
genetics
does
for you.
not look like she has to have a different mom. Has to. There's no way.
He was married twice, so
Okay.
maybe.
Maybe.
No, I'm pretty sure it was from Shelby, because because she was born. Actually, no, maybe not. I could be incorrect.
Max, because his other wife, Maxine Sneed, apparently that was his
Yeah.
darker. Radon Chong, bad as hell. She may be a little gray now, but she can.
I mean, you're an ageless man, so you know.
Yeah, I already know. Oh.
She's still a baby. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
What the fuck is
Yeah, man. Anyway,
So-
where should we get to?
We just kind of hit the ground
So
running
actually,
here with just bullshit.
Since,
Dude,
Go ahead.
since we're talking about music, there is something I came across recently, and it's been kind of fucking with my head. I'm trying to find the name of the song, but you guys know the song that goes like, how does it go? Let's see if I can do this right. Oh fuck, I can't get how it goes. It's like dun 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 dun
Chariots of Fire?
dun 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 dun. Yes. So there's that song, right? Well, apparently, what other song does that sound like? Because to me,
There's a very
I-
childish
first time I-
song.
yeah, it's called on top of spaghetti, on top
Yeah.
with cheese. So there was this TikToker. She
Oh my
like
God, what
played that
children?
song like asking. She was asking people. She was asking people like, "Hey, what song is this?" But she was looking for the the Goblet of Fire.
Yeah.
But like I commented and said, "That's I lost. That's the old
Spaghetti song.
spaghetti couple. Yeah, the spaghetti song.
The
So I did a
spaghetti
little
song
research.
before the spaghetti song before Eminem.
Yeah, before Eminem made spaghetti popular.
Yeah.
But so I did a little research, and actually, on top of spaghetti is a parody of on top of Old Smoky, with another song on top of Old Smoky, all covered with snow,
Mm.
and some other part. But like, so that song came out in like 1950s or maybe 1940ish era, and the Goblet of Fire came out like after that. Until the creators of Old Smoky,
You mean
sued
Chariots?
the other-
Chariots of
yeah,
Fire.
Chariot of
Goblet
Fire. Yeah,
Goblet
so
of Fire. Harry Potter.
they sued them for like copy or for parallel. Oh, fuck. What's it called when you copy
Plagiarism.
somebody's work?
Plagiarism.
Plagiarism. Yeah, thank you. So they're suing them for that. I'm like, yo, like this is crazy. Like I went back and listened to the Goblet of Fire and
Chariot of Fire?
and
He did that. He did it
Chariot of
on
Fire.
purpose. He did
Yeah.
that shit on purpose.
I went back and listened to it. I was like, dude, this like these people should have won because like even while I was hearing that, I was like, yo, that's Old Smoky and fucking the spaghetti song. Like, holy shit, like this is crazy. But like I just think it's funny how like you think one song is this way, but then it turns out to be like an older song, just kind of slowed down a little bit. And like there's a bunch of controversy about like other songs being copyrighted. Like nowadays, like a lot of songs are like people use sample that music all the time, especially like back in like the '90s, we had Puffy who was using everybody's fucking music for his own. But
Well,
I just thought it was funny. I just wanted to bring it up podcast.
It wasn't just Puffy. It was
People
like
do this, yeah.
the beginnings of hip hop, was heavy sampling from the last generation of music of black music. If you look at like listen to the old Dr. Dre, and you'll like hear him heavily sampling like a lot of previous generation music. Like I'm trying to think of some fucking examples. I can't think of shit right now.
I know, like for
well, some of
I
them
think like
weren't that old because you sampled Roger from Roger and Zapp.
yeah,
I was gonna say that
They weren't that
Roger's
old, but he still sampled.
Even
them.
like,
but he
even
got
like
Roger to be in to do the music for him and be in the video before he was shot.
but even like Snoop Dogg and Will Smith and like a lot of deep like rappers of that era sample songs from stuff from early, like even MC Hammer and Ice, Vanilla Ice. They used what song did they use for Hammer Time?
Under Pressure.
Under Pressure by Queen,
Queen
and
yeah.
David Bowie. Queen and David Bowie.
Yeah, but Vanilla Ice had to do the white thing, try to lie about it, and say like, "Oh no, I put the extra doon 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 doon." It's like it's the same fucking, it's the same thing. Like it's the same thing. Fuck out of here.
But yeah, that's pretty funny.
I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So I know a lot of people are fans, or there's a huge sect of people that tend to be Hakuzoid that really like Florence and the Machine. There we go. Yeah. So Florence and the Machine, their big hit. What was it?
They had a bunch.
Yeah, but their big hit was an old like gospel hymn that was recorded by another artist, like in like the 50s or
the
early.
Dog Days Are Over. That's one of the main ones.
Yeah, Oh no, not Dog Days Are Over. Before that.
Before that?
No, not before that. One after that. The oh, was it? No, it's not Dog Days Are Over. It's so that sometimes I feel like because it's basically a gospel hymn, but it's just re-sang by them. Hang on, I can pull it up.
I'm trying to look as you were talking, so.
Oh yeah.
Man, I just look at Chung's daughter. I just damn, what the hell? How she has red hair?
Oh, You've Got the Love. There it is. This name is
You've
Got the Love. There's an old like gospel hymn, but it's not by Florence and the Machine. I should know the old artist a while ago, but it's like from I want to say it's from old like Motown records.
Well, it's like what's this guy's name? Is it Ed Sheeran? Yeah, Ed Sheeran. He's getting sued right now. He's in court right now for Marvin Gaye.
Oh yeah.
Possible, ripoff.
I mean, like right when I heard that song, it was like let's Marvin Gaye and get it on. It's like, dude, like you're sampling his music and stuff. Like,
yeah, just I mean,
honestly, his dues.
If you're gonna sample somebody, just pay him. I mean, fucking Puff Daddy recently just talked about how much he had to pay. Is it?
Sting
or
yeah, he has to pay Sting like $2,000 a day.
I think it's $5,000 a day. Yeah,
dude, it's $5,000 a day for it's been like about 20 fucking years, dude. I think they said like it estimated about like I don't know, like $3.5 billion or not billions, but $1 million. I
mean, because it literally like usually. It'd be like that's a lot, but he literally just took the entire it's the entire song, like the entire beat, and just like transposed it into his song. So in that case, yeah, I mean, because he didn't come with a real song. I mean, like there's new lyrics on it, but you took all the shit that he already created and you just put shit on top of it. So, like, I get that, and it sold a gajillion records,
So all that money back, gotta pay to someone else.
He pays that money and dies. Like. Yeah. There's no fucking cap. Like, goddamn.
It's funny.
Imagine that. Just every fucking day, you just get $12 that's into your pocket.
Yeah, but but think about the amount of money that he made off that song, though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure he's still in the green.
Or continues to make from the song. So I'm pretty sure he's still getting paid. The thing is, Sting performed with Puff Daddy on stage during like an MTV performance, even after the song was out. So. I still find that kind of strange and humorous.
So on New York Post have the total that he's paid to date, at least up to April 6th, because it's been 20 days since then. So that's got another what? It's been 20 days, 2,000. You got to add an extra $40,000 to this total, but uh, that they estimated it to be. Oh shit! I just saw it. He has paid him $47.4 million to date for
and
the
I'm sure he's
lyrics.
made more than that off that song.
Hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But
Damn.
that's fucking nuts.
It's a lot of money.
For one, that is a lot of money. All
All
right,
right.
let's get to
I mean, he
some
could have been
geeky
like
stuff. Cause I
Elvis
was
and just like not paid anybody and ripped off entire songs. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
for reals. You don't give people their dues.
Yeah.
All right, where are we going?
Blue has something queued up. What are you talking about, Blue?
Well, I just threw this on the list, but so have you guys watched the new Power Ranger Always and Forever? I mean,
No,
Once and
No.
Always, I think it's
No.
called on
it
Netflix.
looked like sadness to me.
Don't watch it. Whatever you do not watch this fucking show. It is boo boo garbage. The acting's bad. The story is bad. Like there's a bunch of fucking like if you go watching Power Rangers, like you know certain events happen, especially with like the movies. Like it's a lot of it's not like canon, and like it's kind of sad because like I would say, you know that two of the Power Rangers have passed away. We lost Tommy and Keenie, I think her name was the yellow Power Ranger,
Oh.
who she was from the Bay Area, FYI. Yeah, we lost her like a while ago, so those two are gone. But then like the actress who played Rita Repulsa, she passed away too. So
The
like they
original
had
Rita.
like what?
The original Rita, because she got replaced.
Oh yeah, but like they used like a robot version of her or whatever. It just didn't make any goddamn sense. Like yeah, it was really bad. And like there's certain parts that were real creepy because like uh Judy had a daughter and like her relationship like her and the other two older Power Rangers was very fucking weird, like very uncomfortable. It's like where's her fucking father for one of the things. Like they don't talk about her father, just talk about how her mother died and it was just bad. And like it just didn't make any sense. Fucking like one issue I have with it is that they had the Green Power Ranger in it, but we know that Tommy lost the power of the Green Ranger, so he became the White Ranger. So
He's
why
also
is the
dead.
Green Ranger? And then, I mean, obviously he's dead, but yeah, it didn't make any sense. Like it, and like all the characters are, like kind of out of shape and fat, and like when they turn to Power Rangers, they're like super slim and fit. Which I mean, it's kind of funny. Like once you do get your Power Ranger powers, like Billy Batson, like he's a child, but then he uses Shazam's power, he becomes like super powered, muscly, and all that stuff. So that didn't really bother me too much. But like just the acting and like a lot of the stuff was outdated. They try to use like old jokes that just weren't like flying. They like lied too heavily on like nostalgia, which wasn't really fucking helping because like this day and age, it's I don't know, it just wasn't great. And then like they brought in like the replace Power Rangers, and that didn't even make sense. Like you know if the old Power Rangers are back and like how could you still have like their ability? It was dumb. It was dumb. Don't waste your time. I mean, watch it if you want to see how bad it is. It's only like I think it's like 50 minutes long, so it's not that long of a
Shit.
watch. But
Is
it's
it even a movie? What was it? What?
no, it's not. I mean, technically, it's not. I feel like it's like an episode, but yeah,
Oh, what
it's
if
not
it
great.
is? What if it was an episode, or is it a movie?
No, I think this is just a one and done type deal. It's supposed to be a movie, but I think it's more like an episode, maybe like a weekend afternoon special, Power Ranger 2 double feature type of deal. But
Damn.
yeah, do yourself a favor, stay away from this movie. It's very, very bad. I mean, you can always watch it for fun and see what you think about it and get back to us and let me know. Like, hey, yo, Blue, I thought it was good. I'd be like, you must have been drunk or high. So that's the only way that would have made it better.
I figured that's probably the only way that people are watching this movie.
Dude, like, there's one scene where like the girl, she's like doing like kung fu practice. Like, you know how like the normal montage where like the person's running and they do like kung fu stuff here and there. Like when she does it, it's like random. Like she's running, she does like a flip, and she starts like going like, ah! It's like, why? Like, who? Like, it just didn't make any sense. It was super fucking annoying. But yeah, that's about it for me. What?
We
I
didn't watch.
guess check it out if you want, but yeah, just stay away if you can.
Probably not blue. I was never a huge Power Ranger, even though I did pay to see the one with old girl Naomi,
Oh, the recent remake.
the most recent one, yeah, because I had to see with Homegirl, the new Pink Ranger.
It
She bad.
even had even had homeboy I was doing that from Stranger Things, right? The pool boy who was like smashing on the moms. Wasn't he the Red Ranger in the remake
Oh,
movie?
I don't remember. I just remember the Pink Ranger. That's all I focused on. Oh, and the Yellow Ranger. She was because Yellow Ranger is Becky G. I didn't know who she was. Apparently, she was a huge pop star, or she is a huge pop star. She's still a
Oh,
pop
the
star.
same.
Yeah, I have no idea who she was. So,
If
but
do yourself a favor and look up oh god, there's a Power Rangers fan made that's on YouTube. That's
is, is it
probably like 1,000 times better.
the one by Joseph
It's
Kahn?
I don't know who it's by, but it's the one that's very dark. Where like
Yeah,
they're trying to find the Green Ranger, and like fucking old Power Ranger being fucking murdered off and shit like that.
yeah, that's the one with Joseph Kahn. Yeah,
That
that's the
one's
one.
really
It's like
good.
15. That's the one that has James Vanderbeek, Katie Sackhoff as the Pink Ranger. Um, I don't know who the Black Ranger. I don't know that actor, but things go crazy.
Some
There's an
black dude.
uncensored. There's an uncensored version as well. So
Oh
people
yeah,
and they bring back one the original the Rita Raposa that survived. They bring her into it. It's like 15 minutes, and it's like in the future, where like one of those I forget which faction, but they win. They actually beat the Rangers, and they go into like basically retirement or hiding. It was pretty intense. And, like for
so yeah,
15 minutes, it was really intense.
the guy from Power Rangers who played the Red Ranger, he is the pool guy from Stranger Things. I played Mel's older brother that fucking
Brother.
dies. Spoiler.
I mean, sure.
Wait, did he also play? Oh no, he's in Elvis as well as Steve Bender.
No, no idea. I just know that all I was that old no Naomi was Pink Ranger. That's all I cared about when I saw it. It was actually okay. The movie was alright. I didn't mind it too
Yeah,
bad. And there's a
I thought what's name
cameo.
was hot as the Green Ranger.
Yeah.
Or no,
There's,
I thought what's name was hot as Rita with her like
oh,
skin
Elizabeth
tight
Banks.
outfit and like yeah, she was doing
Elizabeth
something
Banks.
for me.
She was because she was the original Green Ranger. I'm like, oh.
Yeah, based
So
on their storyline.
yeah, and they have a Tommy, but you never see him. They mention him by name, but he doesn't show up. So I was like, oh. So it hints that there's supposed to be a sequel, but there never was. There you go. Interesting. So there's that. Cronus. Did you manage to finish Picard? Because Picard ended.
I mean, it ended.
Yeah, Picard season 3 ended.
Yes, I finished
Oh,
it. I finished it drinking some goddamn Star Trek wines. I'm just saying. Maybe they should sponsor this podcast.
Did you finish all of that shit?
No, not all of it. No, I mean,
I'm
Jesus
about to
Christ,
say.
that's the line. I'm about like 300
I'm
dollars of wine.
well, yeah. I was like, God dang.
I mean, I could, but also, I want to live for a while longer. So, yeah.
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah. Honestly, for me, it's been the best Star Trek series, ever. But it's because the Next Generation has a special place in my heart because that's what introduced. Well, it didn't really introduce me. That's where I fell in love with Star Trek was the Next Generation. So, and then seeing all these, actors and storylines and plot lines and all this shit come back full circle. I think they did a really good job of like kind of wrapping up loose ends and also leaving some, breadcrumbs to a possible new series, which I think is going to be Star Trek Legacy. Hopefully, we'll see. Yeah, it's funny because like I was reading like the reviews of the 3 seasons of Picard, and I like them all. And yes, this last season was better than the other ones, but some of the other ones I guess got kind of bad reviews.
Mm.
And I was just like, I'd like them all.
I know season 2 had a lot of people kind of split because
That's the one with Girardi, right?
That's the one. Well, she's in season 1 and 2, but that one has specifically.
Yeah,
So
I like that one a lot because it had Q. Maybe it's just because I don't know. Obviously, there people are not going to understand like some of the historical shit about the show. Maybe that's where they kind of lost the plot with some people.
possibly, and like I know a lot of people, especially like I don't want to say diehard, but maybe ones that were with the next generation from the beginning,
Hmm.
they're kind of tired of time travel, and it's heavily set
Uh,
in time travel.
yeah, that's
Like
true.
they go to the 22nd century, so it was pretty interesting because they're like they talk about how it's not World War III yet, they're getting closer, and like they kind of mimics like there's a lot of like crazy kind of like Gestapo, almost like LA, almost not quite, but
Yeah, so that argument I sort of understand, but also it's like there's been time travel in Star Trek from like the jump.
every time,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
it's
that's
every
like
season, every issue. People, I don't know what people were thinking, but every Star Trek series from Enterprise to Picard will feature some kind of time traveling. Even Discovery, the only one that hasn't yet is Strange New Worlds, and I'm pretty
just give
sure
it
season
time.
two, yeah,
Yeah,
season 2 starts of June 15th or some bullshit. I
yeah.
bet you they're going to like 1920s or some bullshit. Actually, no, it's in the trailer. They are going back in time. So yeah, there
There
you
you
go.
go. And like to me, it's like it's a Star Trek staple of
Yeah,
going back in
exactly.
time. I mean, just like look at like the original movies. Like they went back in time, so they
They
had to
went
go
back in
back and
time.
use fucking whale sounds to say some
Oh,
fucking save Earth. I mean, come
twice.
on.
They go back in time twice.
Yeah, yeah,
Go back to save the whales, and they go back to save Earth after the fallout of World War III because of the
So even
Borg.
a new movie has the time traveling. Like the last two that came out, like we
Oh
had
yeah, you're right too.
yeah,
fucking what's the name comes from the past to the future. Like
Yeah,
or he
yeah.
goes
yeah.
to the past, something like that.
Spock, Spock goes back like 40 years into the past. He doesn't go too far back. He just goes back to a young version of him and Kirk. That's
Yeah,
how they reboot Star Trek 2009. So yeah, they go back in time again.
yeah, it's a staple. I just think that it's funny, some fans, obviously this can happen to me as well. Like you might lose the plot on the thing that you love, or at least you used to love, because it changed a little bit, but then you complain about shit that has always been there. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's like you
Hmm.
can't really do that. I mean, you can, but you just seem like a fucking clown to me, anyway.
I
Uh,
do this to start Star Wars fans all the time. I mean, the difference is there's not a lot of live action comparison, but there's a shit ton of books, comics, and games that feature stuff that's in the sequels, and they don't want to accept it for whatever reason. I'm like, hold on, you were introduced to this and what you consider to be canon, and now you're confronted with it in live action. Now it's bullshit. That doesn't make sense. You're picking and choosing to be angry over shit that you should know already exists within the world. So kind of weird to me.
yeah, I don't know. Fandoms are interesting on what they pick apart, because like I said, I'm part of a lot of fandoms, and I'm sort of critical on some other things, but this one, yeah, I don't get. But it's okay. I mean, there's different opinions, so
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm normally pretty critical, especially of Star Wars and Star Trek. But this one, I had two. I only had two gripes, only because I wanted to see it, but it doesn't take away what's already been done. And it's not something like, oh, this needed to be here, or else this thing was not going to work. It's more like this would have been nice to have, but even though we don't have it, this still works out really well. So, like, I wanted to see Data meet his like children. I think that would have been really cool. Where he meets
yeah.
the Doge twins. I think she goes by Doge now, but
Wait, Doja
like,
Cat's in it?
no, she goes by Doge, which is short for something. It's like an acronym or some shit.
Doja
But
Cat. No.
She was hot too, wasn't she? If I remember correctly.
she's yeah, she's pretty hot, and she's in season 1 and season 2, but nowhere seen in season 3 at all. And then the same thing with the Romulan kid, the first Romulan to be in Starfleet, and like he's a badass. He has dual wields. He dual wields blades to cut motherfuckers, and he's nowhere in it. Instead, we get Worf, which I highly, highly like better, but he's nowhere near season 3. I'm hoping. So what has been announced is Star Trek
So
Academy.
Soji is her name.
Yes, Soji. The other one was Doge. Doge died. Soji lives. So I was
Was
hoping
she
that they
like
do
a
with her.
coin?
No, she's been
She like
she's
that's a Dogecoin?
no. She's an android, dude. She's one of those like, is this AI or real? Does she have a real punani or is it like ones and zeros?
Oh god damn it! You know, like when I comment now, I'm like, oh, somebody's hot, and I look up like how old she is. She's 24. It's like,
She's still
even if I was
it's
single,
still,
it's far too young. So I'm old as
no,
fuck.
not really. She's old enough to drink and she's old enough to rent a car. So
I'm 43, bro. Like
I
that's
mean, still.
that age is far too young for me. Yeah,
Dude, that's like a year or two older than your daughter.
yeah. Like my
Makes it
Ooh.
even worse when you
All
look at
right,
it in that perspective.
when you put it like that,
yeah.
yeah.
Once you have kids,
So,
it gets really fucking weird when it comes to
yes.
like women's ages.
Can you imagine dating one of your daughter's friends? That's kind of.
No, I can't. That'd be fucking
No.
gross. Yeah.
I mean, they're. Is she 21 now? Is she
She turns
20?
21
No.
this year.
Oh
My oldest.
shit.
Yeah.
Woo.
Are
That's.
you could be a perv and date your ex wife's stepdaughter,
Oh
No,
yeah. Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
aka Morgan Freeman.
none of that
Oh
shit will
damn.
happen.
That's all bad. But, but back to Picard. I think they really
Yeah.
ended on a high note. And the if you stayed for the Easter egg at the end or for the end credit scene, you get another treat, and hopefully the semblance of another new series. So if we're getting instead of the Michelle Yeoh Section 31 series, it'll be a Paramount Plus movie event starring her, which I still like. I was hoping for a series, but so we're gonna get that. So it's gonna be a one off. But if we get two more Star Wars or Star Trek series, I'm going to be happy with that too, especially with the era of seeing a Captain Seven and like all of her stuff, all of her Voyager drama kind of comes back. I think that'd be interesting. So there's a lot of stories that could be told, and they know it. And I think after this last season of Picard, they know they have like they're sitting on a gold mine, a treasure trove of stories that are there. We didn't see Wesley this season, even though I thought he was Ewan. He came in last season but he wasn't here for this one. I guess he explains why. There's an article why he didn't show up. So there's a lot of shit that could be had. I'm hoping
Oh,
that we get to
is the
see it.
series is the series over, or is there gonna be like another season?
I mean,
It's over.
it's
It's done.
over. They wrapped it, but there's like a lot of shit that is not.
Still open.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the
Answers and answers unanswered or questions unanswered.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the.
there's a
I
few.
want to know what happens to Girardi. Like she's the new Borg queen.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
and yeah, and there's like a lot of stuff like at the end of like the after credits where like they allude to like more stuff going on, which is I mean
More
there's a
stuff
lot of
going on.
stuff. So I hope
There
that
it is.
they resurrect the Enterprise D and they do Star Trek
Mm,
Legacy and they
I don't
go
think
forward.
I think they should like they did kind of what we saw. So in the season finale, series finale, we get to see like the fleets and I wouldn't mind seeing different crews on different ships, but I what I really want to see is what the fuck happened to everyone on DS9. Like
Yeah,
we don't
I
know
was gonna
shit
say,
about.
where's the Defiance?
Yeah, where's the Defiant? I mean, we see
You
Defiant
saw,
class
yeah.
ships, but we don't see any of the crew. We don't see Kira. We don't see like anyone else from like I know that Renee, I can't pronounce his last name, but he passed away last year, so we can't use him. But they're
But
still
you have like one
and
of
the
the best black dads ever, like on the show.
yeah. Yep. Cisco. I mean, Cisco is still his absence is still kind of unresolved. Yes, I know. Those of you who are screaming at the screen, I know about the comic. I saw the first page of the comic. Cisco comes back in the comics, and it's like his first rendition is out. I think this week or next week. Something really soon. So I saw that there's a digital version we can read like
I
the
did
first.
not know. I'll have to like add it onto my list.
Yeah, there's like the first 5 pages is about Cisco coming back. So he comes out of the wormhole and a whole new saga begins or whatnot. So I'm like, we could have
With
had that live action, and there's still stories like that could be told live action. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. I do want to see the Section 31 because I really think that's a very interesting um, aspect of the lore. Even though we don't see much of like the other clandestines, like we don't see the Obsidian Order or the Tal Shiar really per se, but I think it's going to be interesting to see Section 31, and especially with Michelle Yeoh at the helm. Like, I'm really all about it.
Yeah, I
Uh,
mean, I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so it's like people that they don't get Star Trek. It's like think about the way that humans should be. Like we should be super
mhm,
egalitarian, right? We should be covering everybody else, everybody's like basic needs. And people,
mhm.
I think that today it's kind of hard to. I'm surprised that it's even popular today because there's like this huge push that seems like it's a majority of people, but it's really not. Of these people that believe in like individualism and socialism is bad, blah blah blah. But if you look at actual Star Trek, like the way that their actual economy runs, it's a super socialist economy. Literally, nobody makes money.
No,
Like they
the
all just
money doesn't exist.
yeah, it doesn't exist. The only reason why we have any sorts of like trading monetary value is with other species that like latinum and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
But every human's basic needs are met, and
Or yep,
they're doing just fine.
or anyone else within the federation.
Yeah,
I- if you're accepted, the resource we give is knowledge and technology.
yeah,
That's what you get,
that's
and
what
to
we should be
help,
striving for.
yeah, and to help your society reach the stars. So uh, uh, Picard talks about it in First Contact. Everyone works together for the advancement of the human race. That's what we do. So he tells her money is gone. I think for Gene Roddenberry back in the day, that was very what we would call today woke.
Well, it's they'll call it socialism or communism, but it's just like,
Hey,
but
dude, he
if
did.
you didn't need to like run this grind every day, like why the fuck would you want to? Like
Yeah,
honestly,
I mean, what we did before is you basically do what you love
yeah.
in that universe, and if you don't like it, you do something else. But most people are kind of, I don't know how they do. They don't really explain, but you are pitted to do what you like, and everyone is happy because that's what they do. Even in DS9, Cisco's father runs a bar in Louisiana. Even though they don't have money, he still enjoys the bar because the bar is part of their family legacy, and he enjoys it. And that's what he wanted to do. So
I mean, that's my ideal society is like getting to that level of like where you don't need money anymore, and like all your shit is just you're taken care of because you're literally you're contributing into the same society that you're taking things from. It's
from
just it should be cyclical, right?
yeah, it
Yeah.
should be, but no.
Not I mean not now because people are just they're so fucking people are fucking dumb. They're so
Yeah,
dumb and they're just they don't want to they don't believe in like social programs even though like the most popular programs in America are social programs like Medicare,
exactly.
Medicaid, fucking Social Security, shit like that. Like if you just keep
Mm.
expanding these, people could just be way happier. It's like yes, I understand it costs money, but we're all paying taxes, so why wouldn't you want to get the most back from the taxes that you're paying? And then you have these other people that are like, they're saying that people like certain politicians they'll say that they're trying to buy votes. It's like what are they buying votes with? Their own fucking like people's own fucking money. It's like yes, you should assume that the taxes that you're paying, you get something back from. Like, what do you think? It just goes into a fucking black hole and you get nothing back from it? No, like you should be getting some sort of value back from the tax money that you're paying. But a lot of people in America right now, they're so brainwashed into thinking that I just give that money out and I shouldn't get anything back, and nobody else should either. And it's just like, what the fuck? Like, what are you giving this money up for? Like, do you not believe in fucking roads, infrastructure, fucking electricity, like all this shit, fucking corn, all this shit's fucking subsidized from your fucking tax dollars. But people have just been so brainwashed into thinking that, oh, it's socialism if you get shit back from it. It's like, no, you're paying for a
Mhm.
fucking service. Get back something for the service that you're paying for. It's like paying for the
Service
fucking internet and then
services
expecting to get
plural.
fucking 10 megs down.
Oh damn. God dang. Hell no. Yeah, I still think that the government running the internet would be a bad idea unless we were all capped at like 500 like up and like 250 down
So let
or
me let
some.
me tell you a thing that we talked about on balance exchange. This is actually a while ago. a podcast that I do with Papa Bear, which will come back sometime, hopefully this year. We did one this year so far. We'll do more. Anyway, we did one on the Postal Service. And Papa Bear said something that was revolutionary to me. He thought that the Postal Service should be providing the internet to people. And I 100% agree. What does the Postal Service, what are they supposed to do?
Deliver mail.
Provide us knowledge.
Well, what are they? They're delivering mail, but they're delivering you information, right? Like that's information from other places, right? Whether you
use generally private information.
It is. Okay, private information. Isn't that what the fucking internet does?
No, not always. I mean, look, Prodigy's not here because his food obviously wasn't private. So,
well, yeah, but I mean, they're supposed to deliver us information, right?
Mm.
And I don't know why they don't extend the same information to internet services, because there's a lot of people out there that are in rural America that don't have a reliable internet service. So I think that the Postal Service should extend their services into being like basic internet services. I think a base for that would be maybe 100 megs down, maybe 200 megs down, maybe a little bit more than that. I think 100 megs should be at the base, because that's good enough for pretty much everybody, unless you're a gamer or some shit, in which case you can fucking up your tier. But I don't know why they don't do that, because they're originally made to deliver information. And they used to actually be banks too. And so why don't we go back to like the Postal Service being a basic bank, even though, we have the internet now and most banks are online. But if you're in a rural area, if you're not online, then, online bank doesn't fucking do shit for you. So
I just paid a bill online, like literally where we're on this podcast. It's pretty bad.
Yeah.
But a lot of the like, if you want to get like banks, like a lot of banks that have better like interest rates and stuff like that are the online banks, the ones that don't actually have physical locations. So
Yes.
like people are missing out on that opportunity if they don't have internet access. They're paying the government rates for interest rates for bills or for loan savings accounts and stuff like that.
Well, and honestly, the government usually has favorable rates for like a lot of shit. Like I don't know if y'all knew this. So, when you guys know about the SVB, the Silicon Valley Bank, like,
oh yeah,
yeah.
Go.
So I'm gonna get into a little bit of financial shit right now. I hopefully Devil Tank will like this segment. This is for you.
Oh, there you go.
Because he's a financial guy. He works for a very large financial institution. I'm not going to say which one.
I know that he's about to listen to this at least tomorrow morning.
I mean, he listens to all. He's the guy who does the transcriptions for it. So when you guys get timestamps, like that's from him. Basically, it's not from me or us. So SVB, the reason why that they had a huge problem was because basically they were buying. They bought a bunch of bonds. And so when you buy a bond from the U.S. government, basically you can buy like bonds for a specific amount of time. And I'm pretty sure they bought mostly like 10-year bonds. And when you buy a 10-year bond, basically, if you take the money out before the 10 years, like you're going to lose money. You're not supposed to use it before the 10 years is up, because you're assuming that and they're tied to interest rates. So basically, if you buy a bond and the interest rate is say 1%, you're gonna get 1% over 10 years for that bond. So basically, you loan the government money, and they pay you interest rates up to 10 years. And then once the 10 years is up, they give you what you gave them plus 1% over 10 years. That's how it basically works. But the problem is that with certain institutions, they bought a bunch of bonds when it was still like 1% or 0% or like super low, APR. And then the Fed, they decided to start upping the interest rates significantly over the past year, which is super aggressively. And people might say, oh, well, the interest rates, back in the day were higher. Yes, they were, but they also didn't up the interest rates significantly over a year. Like this has been like, as far as I know, the most aggressive interest rate hike that the U.S. has ever seen. It's been super aggressive.
It was pretty aggressive. I'm wondering if there might have been one like in the 70s.
I mean,
like
there might have been.
I can't remember specifically, but this has been. Don't get me wrong. You're right of it being pretty progressive or aggressive, depending on how you look at it. Because on average, we see one increase per year usually. but this one had like what 3 or 4 in a matter of a few months.
Yeah, it wasn't even just like percentage points. It was like, so basically, it was when I got my last mortgage. So I sold my house last year, and my interest rate was 3%. Right now, if I got the same kind of loan, my interest rates would be like 7% or above,
Ooh,
which is
Yeah.
the tone of like literally the same house that I had. It would cost me $1,000 more a month to own that house. For
Dude, like we refinance. Know that that's lowest. I think our interest rate is like I want to say like 2.8 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that was like the plateau of the that was like the I guess not plateau. What's the opposite of a plateau? Like it's the very very bottom of the rates, and they start to go back up, and it's like fuck. We
Yeah.
got to have a good time.
So tying this back to SVB. So what SVB happened is that they had all this money tied up in federal bonds, and then the federal government kept upping the interest rates. Well, when you have the interest rates, it ups the interest rates for your bonds too and your savings account. So it's good if you have a savings account, you actually are making more money on your savings account. But what happened was is that the bonds that SVB had and other banks had is that their shit that's tied up in bonds is worth less and less money as interest rates go up. And so the money it's not what's considered liquid. Like you can't take it out easily. And so when they saw the interest rates kept going up, they were trying to buy more bonds, but it was at a higher rate, and the bonds that they had were worth less and less, and so that's why they kind of went under, because they couldn't back up the amount of money that was in their bank with liquid cash, and so that's and no bank can cover 100% of their deposits. Like you can't. That's why they have insurance and federal FDIC insurance. So you have FDIC insurance is federal insurance up to $250,000, and then you have bank insurance, which is I don't know what that goes up to because I'm not in that realm. But yeah, there's like a lot of people that were in SVB that had bank accounts in the millions or close to billions, and they were going to get fucked. But they were going to get fucked because they didn't pay attention to the limits of insurance. So I think that they either should have either lost money or there should have been like a private way to get around that, which there was. There's bank insurance too. So I don't know why the banks got bailed out that quickly. It's kind of fucking weird. They're trying to avoid the 2008 thing, but I don't think it was going to be that bad. So, yeah.
wow.
It's really crazy when you think about banks. Like you think they have like hella money just stacked up in the back, but like
no, they're
banks don't have no money. Like they barely have any money inside of a bank.
They have
then,
money,
like,
but it doesn't stay there for too long, and that's for
No,
a reason. Some of them are there for I think maximum 3 days.
I mean,
because someone comes and pick it up.
I mean, banks are.
Well,
Go ahead.
but to kind of add on to that, so when you like deposit your money into your savings account, like your money isn't like in the bank. They're actually using your money to invest in other stuff. So they're using your money to make money. So it's a good idea to learn more about like how to invest your money so you can be your own bank, basically.
Yeah, I think like if you're under $250,000, it's not a huge deal. But even then, if you have like $250,000 in a bank or anywhere near close to that, you should be investing in anyway. I mean, like you shouldn't have it in a checking account or even a savings account. Like those are low yield fucking quantities. So yeah, it's just but for an average person, like they don't understand that shit.
Yeah, because they're not to the top. But when you have lots of money, you got to diversify your money.
Like
And
Wu-Tang Financial.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? I can bet you dollar for donuts, the Wu-Tang Clan could teach you on how to invest your money. I bet you Method and RZA would be able to teach you what to do with your fucking money.
Yeah, they probably could.
So, because they're doing big things with their money, and RZA learned from like a lot of people. He learned from a lot of financial gurus. Same with Method. They both know a lot of people in a lot of places, high places, and a lot of people in a lot of low places. So.
Plus, I mean, like if you look at them now, like they're not like working at a fucking McDonald's right now. Like they still got money, so they definitely did something with their money. I mean, yeah, still have their rap career, but like their money is somewhere for them to still be living the lifestyle, a comfortable lifestyle.
I mean, with RZA, he's able to create a lot more. Like he has like I believe he has a production company. He's on some new show on Hulu that just started. He's like a lawyer or some shit on the show. I'm like, what's he doing? But he has like I know he produced some kind of anime show, or he wrote it. He did was it Iron Monkey? If you ever seen that movie,
Yeah.
he directed that. He has like a small production house where he's able to create things that he wants and put it out there, and then reinvest in his studio. So he's got stuff going. So yeah,
I,
what do you
I saw something recently about if 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 voter stuff count. It's something in my learning course I've been doing, and basically like you would think like if 50% of the population agreed about having something passed through Congress, that comes with there'd be a 50% chance of it passing. Like it doesn't work that way. Like it doesn't matter if like 1% of the population agrees with a law passing versus 100% of people want a law to pass. It's always a 37% chance that this law would pass like into Congress or whatever. However, if you compare that to like somebody who's like has millions of dollars, like the chance of that law passing based off their approval it goes up to like 47, maybe even like higher than 50%. I can't remember where it is, and it's like a study from like Princeton or something, and I just thought that was really fucking interesting. It was kind of eye opener.
Well, if
It's
we
basically trying to
go ahead.
go ahead.
I mean, if we were a news organization, I would demand that you have these sources. But I believe the way you're saying is correct because it depends on, especially like where you live, and if whether or not that area is gerrymandered. But
Yeah,
yeah,
but
there's like
even if like based off of like the population, it kind of doesn't matter. It depends on like who's got kind of
Who's
money in
got
their
money?
pocket.
I mean, yeah, it sounds very reasonable, but I mean, I'd like to see this, show card study. I mean, because a lot of these studies, when they're not released to the public for at least a couple of years. Sometimes they're released immediately, but it just depends. But usually, you can see the thing about um, those studies, they cite their sources and they tell you how they got to their results by their control group, their their test size, like everything. The reason is because in order to verify the study, you have to be able to recreate their study. And
Yeah,
they tell
that's
you
the
how to
science
do
of
it.
it.
Yeah, using any science, every science, behavioral, scientific, behavioral, electrical, computer wise, biological, whatever. You're given the steps on how to recreate in the beginning of the study. And they tell you what they did and what they got the results, and then they write their conclusion. So some of these tests, especially social ones, they take like 2 decades or more. So it's pretty interesting reading them. But they tell you what they did. They'll tell some of them don't tell you outliers. Some of them do. They'll tell you like weird instances where they observed things were totally, uh, I guess in mathematical terms, chaotic. It happens. They're good for us. They're good for us to like learn and maybe take notice in some cases. So we may be able to course correct or continue to do better. I don't know. Depends on the state.
Mhm.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
we're all over the place today.
we are. I mean, when do we not though? Oh, I don't know if did we. I don't think we talked about this last week, and I was talking about. Did we talk about the Marvels trailer?
No, we did.
No, we did or we did not.
We did not.
Yeah, because I know that people were asking about it. Did we see it? What did we think? Did y'all see it? Did y'all see the Marvels trailer, which is coming out in July or June of this year? We're still a few months
I,
out.
yeah. I mean, I
I
saw it, but thank goodness that Prodigy's not on here because he would just
he,
No, he'd
he
be
hates
quiet.
women. You
yeah.
know,
No,
there's three of them in this one.
he learned his lesson last time. I'm pretty sure he's not gonna
They
say
didn't
nothing.
learn shit.
Oh god dang.
This dude fucking he's the oath breaker, so he didn't learn anything. I mean, come on.
True. You right about
Honestly, I didn't think that it was bad. I mean, it's just it doesn't seem like the greatest thing like ever, but I mean, it's a Marvel movie.
that.
I don't think they're putting. I I'm interested in it only because of like the power swapping element of like when they use their powers they swap. things. So that's different. So I'm gonna watch it. But is it the greatest? Is it gonna be the greatest movie? No. But I mean, it, Marvel has to build up to like great movies at this point. If you look at the culmination of their work, it was Endgame, right? Endgame was like the culmination of their work, and that's what made fucking all the money. And even leading up to that, it made like all the money. But I think that they're trying to build up to another Endgame style event, and we see it coming. I mean, like we know Secret Wars is coming, and also the shit, Secret Invasion, whatever.
Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, but
Yeah,
that might be in limbo now. I
yeah.
probably not. They'll probably just recast Kang, but I doubt it because
They got to recast him with Ezra Miller.
or recast him with Justin Roiland.
our
But
our
in
boy
Roiland's case,
Boyega.
Justin Roiland was not. He was
exactly.
good.
He's good now, but he did lose. He lost like some of his revenue streams
Well,
because
hold
of the allegations.
Sorry, let me rewind a little bit. I said he's good. I'm putting that in air quotes. He's
Oh.
good as far as like the sexual assault allegation goes, and kidnapping or whatever. But he's not good as far as like the studio goes because there's like a lot of shit that came out about him being a pretty shitty person to the staff of Rick and Morty. So
Yeah, very true.
True.
So Jonathan Majors has, I think, very under advised from his legal counsel to not say shit because he hasn't said shit, and I think that's actually very appropriate for him now to wait till like a court of law gives some kind of judgment on what's going on with these allegations.
well, this is
Once
like the.
it's done, then he can talk whatever he needs to say.
Go ahead, Blue.
No, I was gonna say like everybody's fucking dropping him. Like I saw earlier today that like Costco dropped him as well, so he doesn't have a Costco membership.
Yeah, and that's the problem with like staying silent is. I mean, yeah, the problem with like being silent is. I mean, just look at Ezra Miller. This motherfucker is a definite fucking
Menace to society.
Yeah, menace. Like all the shit that he's done has been proven, and he still gets his fucking The Flash movie. Jonathan Majors. I don't know what happened yet. Like, there's conflicting stories. Not all of it has come out yet, but the shit with Ezra Miller. These are known quantities.
Yeah,
He fucking terrorized Hawaii.
fucking videotape.
Yeah, and he still gets a fucking pass. Still gets a fucking pass. Jonathan Majors, he hasn't even been fucking found guilty of anything yet.
Nope.
And he's been counseled by so many goddamn things. It's just, it's amazing. It's not amazing, because we all know about racism in America. So, or if you didn't, I mean, just look at these two things. If you don't believe me, I guess.
If you don't know, now you know.
When it all comes down to it, comes down to money because the Flash movie, they spent millions of dollars on making this. So it's like, are we going to take the L on this? Or are we going to release it and make some money off of it? So it's like, but it's like also with the redheaded girl that's going to be in Aquaman, Amber Heard.
Amber Heard.
Yeah, like the shit that happened with her lying on Johnny Depp about all the stuff that happened. Even though they were both shitty people, but like the movie's still coming out. I mean, they cut her roles, and like she has like I don't know, like 15 minutes of screen time, but that's enough to get like supporting actress award.
She's still in the film. She's still in it. No matter how much they cut her down, she's still in it. They didn't replace her. So and apparently the trailer for the movie dropped today. I haven't seen it, but looks there's a little bit of chatter about it. Apparently the trailer has her in it for like maybe 5 seconds.
All right. I need to stop talking about this because I'm going to get angry. I want to talk about Horizon Zero Dawn.
Oh
yeah, cool.
Forbidden West, Burning Shores, super long name.
Yeah.
Why is this so long? I'm just saying. It's a mandingo of names of video games. Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West, Burning Shores. Just saying. That's a lot of words to tell about a game. Anyway, I have it. I am enjoying it, and I forgot what it was like to play Horizon Zero Dawn game because I've been playing like everything else since then, and I had to like remember how to fucking play these games. and it's been rather enjoyable. I love like the new side characters. I like the new storyline of Laundra and like this new guy that's just gonna basically fucking nuke the Earth to get away from the Earth to get away from Nemesis, which is cool. Like I really like the game, and there's you get new weapons, you get a new you will get a new mount, which is cool. Something that can fly and swim. Uh,
Oh, that's cool.
yeah, it's honestly
like
it's
Avatar.
really enjoyable. What's up?
I feel like an Avatar. You get a bird swifty thingy.
It's called like what do they call it in this one? I just played it.
I
It's like a
don't know.
sun, not a sun. I forget what it's called. But yeah, it's been pretty cool so far, and it's based in L.A., which
Mhm.
I hate, and it's like dead because just the way LA should be. So it's a perfect
Yeah.
DLC for me because fuck LA. And if you're from LA, I'm sorry, don't die there. Just leave. Leave LA right
Yeah.
now. Take all your friends and leave LA. It's a terrible area.
Yeah, Ellie does kind of stuff.
There's gonna be robot dinosaurs taking over soon, so get out while you can.
It's a warning shot. Oh yeah, I like it. It's a good DLC so far. It it's Horizon Zero Dawn is it's a good game.
Franchise. Apparently, oh, you haven't finished it, but they're already semi-spoiling the end of it, I guess. 'Cause I guess the series teases the sequel. I mean, the
Oh yeah,
end of the second game pretty much tells you a sequel's coming. You got to prep, and
yeah.
I guess this one tells you even more that this is like I guess coming sooner than we expected. So I'm not sure.
I mean that'd be
I don't
great.
have it. I don't have it yet, so we'll see. But I do want to play it because it does look dope. I do like Aloy. I almost platinum the fucking second game. I platinum the first game.
Nice.
So
Well, and
uh,
you get you can get a Zenith weapon in this DLC. So,
oh, finally! Holy
yeah,
shit! I mean, you get to use them in the first game, but you don't get to keep it. That kind of
yeah, you
sucks.
get to keep one, and it's pretty cool. I wish it did more damage, but hopefully I can upgrade it.
Yeah, I was about to say you should be. Almost everything is upgradable. So
Yeah, the upgrades in this game are almost like obscene because it's like so much shit can be upgraded.
mm-hmm.
So yeah,
That sounds good. I can't.
I
I
mean,
mean, I
I've heard
just might be it.
I heard mixed reviews about it. I heard like it actually wasn't that great of a game. Like, is it
it's
short or
because there's a
something
gay
or?
character.
Oh
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
yeah. Oh, and you can romance the gay character if you wish. Apparently.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
if I was single, I would wish to. I'm just saying.
Damn. I mean, she
I,
does look bad.
what's up?
She does look bad. I mean, let's be honest. Almost everyone, most of the people in Horizon are pretty swole. Like, there's a couple of, I guess, body positive people in the game, especially the second one. But
I
in
wouldn't
the
say they're
first game,
swole. They're normal. I think they're normal looking people.
a lot of them have like. Okay, so in the first game, there's the queen of the card, not the Carja, queen of the Carja,
Yeah.
and her son. She has a protector. This black chick. She has a 12 pack.
I
She has
mean,
a
that's what
12
one
pack
does.
in the game. I was just like, what the fuck?
But
And then
there's
like
not a lot of like 12-pack people in the game.
well, the Sun King, he has a 12 pack, and he's
No, he
like,
doesn't.
yes, he does. He has a 12 pack, and he's thirsting all over Aloy. Where's B Boy? I know you're in the chat, B Boy. I see. Back me up on
Oh,
this.
okay.
You
I
know,
remember there's somebody
Thirsty?
that's super thirsty. Was it? Isn't it a black guy, right? Or
no,
in the
so
second one, right?
her friend in the second one, he's actually not thirsty. What he tries to do is keep her grounded to her roots. To remind her that she's a Nora and to not try to be too ambitious, even though she schools him on technology that's like light years ahead of what he's used to. So he gets a whole new worldview, and then he meets the Gardny people. I can't remember the fucking tribe name, but he meets this like kind of red bone they kind of start they're like super falling in love, and but he realizes that because of tradition it's a little weird. So he's like one of the grounded characters. He's pretty cool though.
Talking
Oh,
about
and I guess
Avid.
no,
Avid,
not
right?
no, not oh, Avid's the Sun King, is he not?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about no the Nord guy, the black guy, the guy with the dredge. His name's not Abbott. I forgot what his name is.
Well, you said the Sun King. That's
Yo,
Abby.
I said the Sun King had a 12 pack. It
Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, Vod. Sorry, he doesn't have.
Uh, yeah, Abad. Yeah, he has a 12 pack.
You would imagine
Yeah.
him. I think he might be gay. Oh, yeah.
Prodigy. You just call me
And
Prodigy
that
because
was
you.
a
That's so bad.
look at.
Oh
You
man.
thought this guy was a Fuda.
Yeah, he definitely does not have a 12 pack.
I'm pretty sure he's pretty cut.
No, I'm pretty sure you're thirsting.
No, definitely not.
Slow don't slow.
Like Arid, that guy. He's a bear.
I mean, first of all, like most of his like torso is covered.
Later on, it's not. He gets his Sun
Oh,
King
Ninja, you're
armor.
reaching, bro.
Look at his. Where's
I'm
where's
looking at
B-Boy?
photos as
B-Boy,
we're
you're in the
talking.
chat. B-Boy, I know you're in the chat. You gotta help me out here.
He's not gonna help you because I'm
Yeah.
literally looking at photos from the game as we're talking.
Pretty sure he's pretty young, but still.
No, god damn it. This is like the most average looking body type.
Plus, then the girl in part 2, the Asian girl, the one that like had the guy that ghosted her and finds out that that he has a girlfriend. She was pretty packed. She had like a 6 pack. I got her.
Anyway, let's keep this rolling.
Yeah.
Kind of jump back on the trailer. I mean, we talked about the Flash trailer that came out a couple of days ago, and I just want to speak on that a little bit. I mean, minus Ezra, but like the fact that we got more Michael Keaton Batman in this was pretty fucking dope. And I watched this entire trailer. I watched it twice, and I forgot Ezra was in it. I just mainly focused on fucking Michael Keaton's Batman. Every time, just what it was really, honestly, it was super Batman heavy. Like we even we also got to see Ben Affleck Batman in this as well. Like we got a little glimpse of him. Then like for Michael Keaton's Batman, we got to see him do fucking cool shit. Like there's a scene where they're on the bat plane, and like he has Ezra Miller and his double, I guess the Flash of that universe, hanging from the plane. He's all, you guys got a parachute on your back. You know, don't worry. When you drop, it's gonna open or whatever. Like, where's your parachute? He's all, I don't need one. He's fucking like follow the plane, and as cool as Batman shit he does, he fucking like pops over his wings and like glide on down. But there's like another scene where he like fight against people, and like he's thrown into the air, and he throws up the Batman. He like fluff out his cape and like turns to like a glider and fuck shit up. I was like, this is gonna be the best Batman movie ever. Like, it's not even a Flash movie anymore. It's just rename it.
Let me just come on. Can I just give my thoughts on this shit? All right, this is my thoughts on this. It's like literally, it's like you're watching a movie that's definitely about Hitler, but Martin Luther King Jr. and Malcolm X are also in the movie, and that makes you want to watch it.
Okay,
but it's definitely about Hitler.
It is.
Yeah. I think that's 100% accurate. But yeah,
and I hate that it's so. I still want to see it, but I'm not going to watch it because fuck that guy. Fuck that. And I fucking hate that, Hollywood is giving this fucking piece of shit a pass from terrorizing, from assaulting people, giving children drugs, kidnapping children. And we're all just supposed to forget about this shit for the sake of DC and the DCE. Like, what? Fuck that. Like, seriously, fuck that. I'm not going to watch that fucking movie because of that fucking guy. They should have literally trashed the movie and hired another actor to do that and, like, replace him in all of his scenes. Why are we doing this? Like I said before, Jonathan Majors, who has literally zero fucking felonies, or he's... How do I put this? He hasn't been convicted of a single fucking crime as far as I know. Ezra Miller has been convicted of multiple crimes. And he has a blockbuster movie that's supposed to come out later on this year, and he's just given a fucking pass. And we're all just okay with this.
And it looks like Ezra Miller is out in like the public, like promoting the movie as well, which
it's another issue. Like, what the fuck?
It's salt on a fucking wound.
Yeah, I
What
just
they could have done is just had it. They could have really redone this movie and like, I mean, they could have just done like certain scenes that he's in, or like even like have it so he's like just suited up. You can't really see his face. They could have. I
yeah
mean, I'm pretty sure a lot of the stuff is CGI as well, so they could have gone in there and changed up that person to make him look like the new person they cast for it.
they
Like
should have.
they should have had what's the name, Grant from the Flash CW show.
I mean, they should
He
have.
was
But
Oh,
alive.
Grant
also, I mean,
Gustin.
Blue, if you're gonna watch a movie, go ahead and watch a movie. Because I mean, I'm not
I
gonna
want
shit
to
on you
watch
for
it.
watching it.
I want to watch the
Anybody
movie bootleg.
Yeah, anybody else is gonna watch it? Go ahead and watch it. But I'm just saying, I am not for very specific reasons because this dude, I was honestly, this is what is even more fucked up for me is because I was looking forward to this movie putting the DCU back on the goddamn map, and then we had this fucking insane person in his personal public life just terrorizing people, and he still gets his limelight. He's still gonna get paid millions of dollars after terrorizing a fucking an island country, or not a country. It's
The state.
yeah, an island state. And it's just like, fuck him. I guess we're just gonna just let him get his money. Like
I guess so.
these are multiple failures.
I mean, yeah, I guess DC's fucking up too because they still have Amber Heard's in fucking movie as well.
Yeah,
so.
they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck, and that's why I don't give a fuck about them anymore. So I mean, DC Comics, good with. DC fucking, the extended universe,
Animated.
fuck you. Fuck all of your shit. I haven't liked your shit from the jump. Y'all fell off since the Dark Knight. After the Dark Knight, when you try to do like the Marvel shit, where they try to like build a whole universe, you lost. Start over from scratch. Don't start over with the Flashpoint. And I understand, even though I said this, if you rewind the podcast, I said that the Flash universe, like them doing Flashpoint, is the perfect opportunity for them to fix their entire fucking DCEU. But not with this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they had a step in the right direction with Wonder Woman, but still.
Yeah, the first one, the second one, not so much.
The second one, not so much. I mean,
the second one was good, but there's a lot of issues with that.
There's too many missteps, I gotta say.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm conflicted as well because I don't want to see this. To me, I'm with Blue. This is a Batman film. Ezra Miller is just guest starring, in my opinion. So I really like Michael Keaton. I watch Birdman. I support what he does. I didn't watch the Founder. I still want to see that. But he's a damn good actor. Have you seen the Founder, Blue?
No, I haven't seen the Founder, but I want to. I think it's on Netflix right now.
It's in Netflix or Hulu. It's on one of those, yeah. So I mean, I heard he did a good job. I saw Birdman. He did a great job in Birdman. So did the rest of the cast. That movie was crazy, but I feel like it's an amalgam of his life in the 80s, because it's basically about a guy who was a superhero character in big budget movies, but he wants to be taken as a serious actor, so he starts doing stage acting, and things start to go to shit, and he might be losing his mind. So it's a very very interesting movie. It's kind of comical, it's kind of sad, but some crazy shit happens. Edward Norton does a fucking wild fucking job. Wild fucking job. It was really good. So I want to support him as Batman again. But then there's this fucking dude who like terrorized a small community as a star, and yeah, it's kind of heartbreaking a little bit because I'm like, fuck.
It's like we order a fucking like a T-bone fucking steak, a T-bone fucking filet mignon piece of steak, and you find a fucking hair in it.
Oh no! You gotta throw the whole steak away. No.
Do I eat this? Oh no! You get a fucking perfectly made filet mignon.
Not just a hair, just like
done.
a cunt hair. A cunt hair
Yeah.
from like
curly hair.
from like a cunt hair from like a known like meth addict that definitely has fucking herpes and genital herpes. I'm just saying.
That's a
the whole
definite.
steak.
That's like a definite. Definite.
You just gotta throw that whole motherfucker away.
Yeah, you gotta throw the whole thing away. This one, I'm just like, okay. To me, this is more like the 5-second one. This is something you're eating and you're enjoying, and you drop it on the ground, and you have 5 seconds to pick it up. Do you either leave it
It's kind of a crack
after 5 seconds, or you pick it up and you fucking eat it?
And this
That's
is
where I'm at.
where I guess if you're a DC, fan, I mean, like if you're hungry enough, when was
Right?
your last good DC movie? Like,
Oh, it's been a
when
minute.
was it?
Oh, the last one.
Was
They're
it
all gonna
Shazam
say
2? No, definitely wasn't
no, no. They're gonna say Zack Snyder's Justice League.
that. Zack
That's what
Snyder
they're
movies are fucking trash.
the 4 hour Justice League
I'm
to
not watching
them.
Or
Is,
4
Justice League
hours
was.
of fucking Justice League. Fuck all that. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I'm not watching
I
a
was
4 hour fucking long
I watched it
Justice
3
League.
times.
I watched
Okay,
it.
well, fuck you. How about that, Blue? Just saying.
I watched it 4 times. One time in black and white, one
I'm,
time in color.
I don't like Zack
Oh, I
Snyder.
didn't watch it
Like
that time.
to me, he's not the business.
I like me some Zack Snyder, and I feel like he's had some missteps, but I feel like he can straddle back on. And with his Justice League, it definitely had like a lot more oomph to it, a lot more substance to it compared to
Listen,
Yeah,
the
I
one.
don't really.
I mean,
They did.
this
I don't
is
really
fucking
care
hilarious.
about
Could you imagine, like, if you made a mistake and you had 3 times to fucking fix it?
Yeah, yeah, I do.
I mean, I don't, because it literally never fucking happened my entire life. I've never had a time where I could literally fix a mistake 3 fucking times, or at least twice, probably twice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
It's usually called a homework assignment. That if you miss the date, the turn-in date, you still have like a couple hours or an extra day to fix it.
Oh,
You get a
Ninja, do
second.
you know the last time I went to school?
I have no idea, actually. To be honest, I have no idea. Last time.
1998 is the last time I went to
That's
school.
a long time ago, but that's
When
the last.
when I make a mistake, it is like it's done.
Mhm.
Just before fucking
Either I don't make
computers.
a mistake, or I fucking make sure I
Look
make
it all the way up.
amends. I make amends.
About to
The
say,
internet was new to the public
In
at that
'98,
time.
yeah, what? Yeah,
There's no sending your homework in via email or such and such. You
yeah. Just,
fucking
I'm not
fish it out, print it out.
for y'all that didn't know. Like I'm not a. I did not go to college, y'all. All right, probably not fucking surprising, right? Because my vernacular.
Mm.
Probably not because I just said vernacular, but anyway. Yeah. Yeah. For somebody to like, if I paid you, say $50 million to make a movie, and the movie bombed, didn't make the $50 million back, or didn't make as much as I wanted you to make, then I give you 3 other chances. That seems rather amazing to me. That seems fucking incredible to me. When you could literally give that money to another, probably more deserving director to make another movie that could make more money, that's more well received by the audience. But instead you focused on the same fucking movie 3 fucking times to maybe make your money back. And it's just, to me, it seems fucking dumb.
for me,
What
I see it as his personal grief or personal tragedy was enough for them to, because he continued to work after the passing of a child. One of his children died, and he still worked, and he didn't have time to properly grieve with his family. The fact that the studio went back and said, "Hey, we'll let you finish your movie because you still worked and didn't get a chance to properly grieve your daughter with your family. We're going to give you this opportunity." To me,
What do you mean he couldn't properly grieve? Okay. I don't
he
want to
didn't.
get in like.
hey,
He continued to work while his
No, he
daughter.
didn't. He fucking. Joss
Yes,
Whedon
he
is the
did.
one who.
No, he continued. He worked, and
You're
then
rewriting history.
no, he look at the timeline. His daughter died in like March. He continued to work until like May. So they took him off of it, put Josh Whedon on. The movie came out in like the fall of that year because he
Okay.
came in and worked that whole summer.
Okay. So
After
you said very conflicting statements. Joss Whedon is the one who took over the movie. Okay.
he did, but
Okay.
then
yeah,
when he took over the theatrical
But it
release,
also does not like. This doesn't make up for like his other poorly edited movies before that. Like the tragedy of his child passing. Like I can't touch that obviously because a child passing is awful. But even before that, he made major mistakes in his movies, major mistakes, especially with editing. Like a lot of his movies, they didn't make sense, and people just give this dude a fucking pass. I'm not doing it.
All right. I mean,
But he got like 300 and Watchmen under his belt.
he does.
Those are pretty decent movies, weren't they?
He does, but it's like he stayed very close
Super
to
Punch,
like
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch wasn't great, even though I kind of liked it. But it
Sucker
wasn't.
Yeah, I
Punch,
like that.
Sucker Punch. So Sucker Punch suffers from editing issues as opponent, but I do like the movie. I have the Blu-ray. That's like one of my first 3 Blu-rays. Is Sucker Punch. I saw that movie twice. That movie the weekend it came out.
Yeah, I think we watched it probably when like the bin has
We did.
were like
We
yeah
did.
close.
I was
Yeah.
almost late. I showed it like right when I showed it right when the trailers had finished because I'd already seen it, and like Prodigy's brother, who I call the villain because he wanted to be called the villain. He called me out literally when I was sitting down. Like
Wait.
he called me in the first 10 minutes. He's like, "You've already seen this, haven't you?" I'm
Wait,
like,
who?
"Yeah."
Who?
The villain, Prodigy's brother.
Oh,
His older brother. I call he wanted to be called the villain. I call him the villain.
It's actually looking at the movies that he directed. Like, he has a signature for his pictures, like kind of being like kind of dark and gritty. Because like you think about 300 and like Watchmen, both of those like their filming quality is kind of on the darker side, like more contrast, and that kind of rolls into like Justice League and like I don't know, like Wonder Woman, like all were pretty. Even like Man of Steel, because he also directed Man of Steel, and like those movies were kind of on the darker side of the, I guess.
Yeah, they're dark
Filming
and
well,
quality.
honestly, it's like darker visually. It was like doesn't like nobody was
darker
fucking
visually, that's what I mean.
nobody was pulling fucking spines out of assholes. Like it was just like literally the way it looked was dark. Like it was
Yeah.
gritty. Like literally, when we say gritty, it's literally like the grains on the fucking screen. And dark means like the actual fucking film was dark. Like it has nothing to do with like actual content. Like it was pretty saccharine. So
But then like the Joss Whedon version of Justice League, like the color palette for that was very like red and bluish. Like I know it was more red. Like it was a lot of fucking red in that. But like the Zack Snyder cut was a little bit more on the darker, bluer side, so it kind of made more sense. But
yeah, I just don't like the way that he does like his movies in general, like anymore. Like it just, like I said, you can disagree with me. It's okay. If you want to fight me, I'll fucking choke you out. It's fine. I just don't like his style of movies, and I think that he gets entirely too much credit from a certain fandom, and he doesn't get enough criticism for really destroying the DCEU.
Mm.
And I
and
really go ahead.
he's got 8 fucking kids. God damn.
Yeah, he has
Kid.
50 kids.
No, not a few. That's 8. That's a lot of fucking kids.
Is that a few?
2 is a few. 8 is a lot.
Is that a octuple?
Yeah, holy shit.
I think it's is it Aucklet? It might be an
I
Aucklet.
don't know. I don't really give a
How many
shit
kids
about
were
his...
in the oh god, they that fucking family, the Brady Bunch?
Or the
Uh,
It's like,
Duggars.
yeah,
The
six,
Cougars.
6 kids, right?
It's so fucking weird that people have like so many goddamn kids in this day and age. Like, why are you having? And I'm not saying this. Sorry, about just like, because I don't want to shit on Zack Snyder for like 30 goddamn minutes, but I'm just saying like in general because you brought up the Brady Bunch. Like, it's so fucking weird to me that people have so many goddamn kids. Like, why are you having fucking like? To me personally, I think 2 is like to replace yourselves on this earth, to replace yourselves on the earth. 3, okay, 1 extra. 4, kind of pushing it. 5, what the fuck are you doing? Beyond that,
Yeah.
please stop. Like, why? I don't get it as a from a human reference. Why are you having so many goddamn children?
Yeah.
Some
Like
people won't take
what
care
Nick
of it.
Cannon's got like 12 right now. Like, dude, like
Oh yeah, he has a lot. He has a lot of kids.
learn to pull out.
What are you talking
Learn
about?
to pull out.
Who'd you say?
Nick Cannon.
Nick Cannon.
Oh, also Elon Musk. People don't know.
Yeah, he's got 8
Oh,
kids, 8 or 9 kids.
He definitely does a fucking parent.
Dude,
Yeah.
Eddie
You
Murphy's
know?
got 8 kids.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
does.
he
Yeah.
might have 9 now. He might. I think he just had a kid, so he could have
Dude,
9.
speaking of, I'm not gonna say it.
A lot of kids.
Eddie
Eddie
Murphy
Murphy,
got
or no, not
his daughters are
Eddie.
hot.
Eddie Griffin has like 8 kids too.
Yeah, the whole I'm gonna have a bunch of kids. Like I don't get it. If you want to have more kids, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say this
Dude,
because obviously I'm here at this point, but just adopt some kids.
Eddie
Like,
Murphy's got 10 fucking kids.
yeah,
Yeah,
because
Damn.
I knew he had new kids because he's got like he only has like 2 wives. So he had his wife, his divorce or his ex-wife, and then he has his current wife.
does he
Do you
raise?
have
I
one
mean,
with that
this is
Trey?
what I don't know. Does he actually raise his kids? And that's the one of the main problems that I have. It's like once you have like that many kids, especially in a short time frame, it's like there's literally no way that you can like raise them in a decent manner. Like just your kids are raising your kids, and you need to get some help, and it's just like
I mean,
it's a
he can
lot to
afford the help.
me.
He can afford the help.
I
So
guess.
Dude, Clint Eastwood has 8 kids.
really, I think.
Yeah.
That's one for
And
like
What
what every decade he's been alive, like less than that, I guess. Yeah, it's like that he was like 3,000 years
Basically.
old. It's just like he's.
Yeah. Damn, I thought he was busting blanks by now. God
I
damn.
mean, he definitely is, but also you can reconstruct them blanks. I'm just saying he's got the money to do it.
Mm-hmm.
What? Oh, these kids got adopted. Oh, they're cats.
Oh,
I was
they
gonna say,
adopted?
no. It's another celebrity. Maya Farrow.
Oh, Mia
Farrow.
Farrow.
Hmm.
That's
Mia Farrow. Yeah.
Woody
Woody
Allen's
Allen's ex-wife.
ex-wife. Yeah.
She
Yeah,
adopted.
she's got 14 kids, but so it looks like four of them are, and then a lot of the rest are adopted.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like adoption to me is like obviously I'm speaking from bias, extreme bias. But if you want to have more kids, just adopt some kids. It's like if you're worried about like passing down your genes, then I mean that's kind of an issue too. It's like yeah, it's gonna pass down your genes, but also you are more than just your genes. Like I can tell you 100% that when you adopt a child at a certain age at least, they're gonna pick up your traits, good or bad. So don't worry about that so much.
Dude, I was looking at Mick Jagger's kids, and I think he might want to ask his wife on one of the kids, because one of the kids looked like Jim Carrey. Like when I was scrolling through, I saw the picture. I saw the picture of the kid. I was like, oh, this is Jim Carrey's family, and I was like, wait, that's Mick Jagger. Like, what the fuck?
But does
Oh,
he
wow.
got
Yeah.
moves like Mick Jagger?
No,
Damn.
he
Is
has.
that's the song, right? So I'm
It's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sure.
Moves like Jagger. Name of the song.
It's
Wow.
Maroon 5.
Alright.
Pretty sure.
Maroon 5, or it's Adam Levine featuring Christina Aguilera.
Ah, that's right. Look at you, the ageless man.
Do
I have more grays on my face than you do.
you? I
Yeah,
don't know. I'm not
I've got-
counting grades.
I've got I can't right now because there's too many of them in my beard. So
I mean,
Kronos,
all you gotta do.
what's that on your Kronos, what's that on your neck?
oh, sorry. This is a open run. It's a aftershocks. So it's basically it's bone conduction. So I
Oh.
put it on my ears. Here. I'll talk while I'm putting it on. Take my earbuds off. But you see where they are right now. Like it's
Yeah,
in
so that
front of my
little
ears,
flop in your ear. Yeah.
and so I can hear as music's playing. It's bone conduction.
Oh, okay. At first, I thought
So-
you
oh, I
that
can't
braided
hear
your
you yet. Give me a
beard.
second.
Oh,
Go ahead.
that's
You
way
know
too
you
good.
braided.
So, I thought you braided your beard and you had like little beads hanging from.
No.
I was
My
like, are
actually,
you going full pirate?
my dad did
Are you
that.
that drunk?
My dad did like the whole like he used to braid his beard. I'm not
That's
going
awesome.
that
Oh,
far.
shit. Okay. Yeah, it looks
Uh,
like you had like two like seashells on the
Oh,
end of your
yeah,
beard.
no.
Like, ah,
We should-
cozy.
we should take a poll. We should take a poll from the listeners. See if they should vote if you should braid your beard,
Should I
or
braid
one
my
of us
beard? Yeah.
should braid the beard. I mean, you grow a beard pretty quick. It's not that hard to just roll it up.
I mean, I can like, but I don't know how to. Well, I used to know how to braid, but yeah.
Yeah. You should get
Have
your
your
daughter.
dog. That'd be a cute little.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Have
it'd be
your
a cute
daughter
little
braid her beard.
father-daughter
And
thing.
as I braid her hair, she'll braid my beard. That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Shit, I was gonna start singing a song, but an R. Kelly song, so no.
Yeah, no R. Kelly, please. Like that guy's
Oh
gross.
Yeah,
no, don't do that. Don't
he
do
got
that.
a song that's called "Won't You Braid My Hair," and I'm like, I was
Yeah.
gonna say beard. Yeah, never
What?
mind.
Oh, you want to
All
know
right.
something kind of fucked up? So the same day, actually within the same set of minutes, I ordered my Star Trek liquor. So I ordered the Romulan ale, which is the vodka.
Oh, okay. That's why I
So
didn't order. Okay, that's probably why.
yeah, I ordered the vodka. So it never
I
came.
think it's a definite source.
So I got an email yesterday saying that I guess I mistyped my address. So
Oh
I gotta
shoot!
so I gotta pay again to get them to reship it.
You gotta pay again?
Yeah, well, not the order. I gotta pay like a reshipping fee, which is like $25.
Okay.
What the
I'm
hell?
like, yeah, and they're like, normally it's $40, but we'll give you a discount. I'm like, what? Like, okay, but I'm pretty sure I verified the first time, but whatever.
You should have been like, fucking hashtag on press. Like
I know.
make
Y'all
that
should
shit
give me
fucking happen.
y'all should give me your product. So because we're gonna shout you out, so you should sponsor us. Send
I
bitches.
really want this Chateau Picard now, though. I
Yeah,
felt bad
it's
because I
funny.
bought all that wine, and then I had like,
Yeah, didn't get it.
Kay was like, "Do we have like the Picard wine?" I was like, "No, we don't."
Damn. What's
Yeah,
even funnier is we held that bottle in our hands.
yeah, we did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we had
Jesus
it at
Christ.
Comic Con. They had like a case of that shit just sitting there. It was hella
Oh
funny. I'm
yeah,
like,
fuck it. I'm adding on the Chateau Picard.
God dang. It's funny because the both of us looked at each other. We're like, is this shit real? And the
Yeah.
person that was like curating, like, yeah, this is real wine. I guess it's made in California. I'm like, what the fuck? This is real? Like, what the? It's awesome.
Oh yeah,
So
see, ooh, it's wow. Well, I guess it's a 3 bottle set on the site. We're back on the
so,
fucking Star Trek wine.
yeah, the thing
.com.
again. Here we go. Y'all should send us a case so we can review your fucking wines and liquors on our show.
Yeah,
There you go.
brought to you by
Brought to you
Star Trek
by.
wines. I'm just kidding. I can't because this is
They're
the
not
problem.
paying us.
This is the problem that I will say. Is that yes, I brought Star Trek wine, but it's not the greatest wine ever made. All right,
Hmm.
so I will tell you that much. If you're buying their wine, you're buying it for maybe 3 reasons. One, you love Star Trek, obviously, right? Fucking duh. Two, the the presentation and the actual bottles are fucking dope. Like I can't deny that. So I'm just gonna end that too,
Like,
because that alone, like their bottle design makes the experience that much better. But if you're looking for like, if you are a like a wine, what is the name of it? Like sommelier.
Oh,
mm-hmm.
Like this is not gonna.
Wait,
This ain't hitting your notes.
are you trying to say Smoothier? Oh wait, no, that's that guy got.
Yeah,
oh, the
sommelier. I know how to fucking say the
juicy,
words.
juicy
God damn
I
it.
was
smoothie.
fuck with you.
It's not juicy
Yeah,
smoothie.
if you're a sommelier, this is not gonna. I mean, when I get the Chateau Picard, I'll let you know. But so far, the 2 or 3 that I've had, they're not the greatest wines, but it is okay because the bottles I will keep for fucking ever.
Yeah, those bottles are fucking pimp as fuck.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure like they probably would have value like later on in life because this is based off of the show, like they're from the show,
Oh, yeah.
so I could imagine this being worth money down the road, like I don't know, like 10, 20 years from now, like just
No,
an empty bottle would cost
not
because like
even.
for example, like an empty bottle of the younger was going for like hundreds of dollars, and it's like, yo, this is just an empty bottle, like what the hell?
An empty bottle
yeah. And
of
some
the
of these
Yeah.
some of these that they have, like I drank, like what the fuck is this?
You have
Or
the
the
cool shit.
the KBS one, the beer also, like the one with the Missy Mountie one, like that bottle
Yeah,
was selling for hella money.
yeah, it was the empty bottle. Yeah, but there's one on here that's like looks like a fucking weird ass tentacle or some shit. Yeah, just the bottle is fucking cool. Hold on, let me trying to pull it up, but it's like it's the coolest looking bottle. Oh, this isn't it. I'm trying to find what
I
the fuck it's
I got
called.
the vodka, so now I gotta wait like another week before I get it. So we'll see. But the bottle's pretty cool. It looks like vodka that comes in this really fancy
So you
uh
got the vodka from Star Trek Wines?
yeah.
No, you
So
got it from
it's from
the
Star
second
Trek
site.
Spirit. It's Star Trek
Oh,
Spirits. So when you go to the Romulan Ale, it takes you to a separate site. So I bought it from there. They're linked from there. That's like their sister site or some shit.
I see. Star Trek Spirits
Yeah, I
is
went
what it's
there.
Yeah,
called.
Yeah, that's where I got it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I got an email.
That's why I was like, because like my shit came in like a relatively good amount of time. Like, there's no
Yeah, no,
issues. I,
but
I
they
actually
said that
missed a delivery, and they still got it to me.
no, they said I fucked up my address. So I was like, what the fuck?
But
So I
but
made
did
sure
you
to
fuck
be
up your address,
I don't know. I didn't double check.
sir?
I just I don't know. So I just went back and double checked. I did it
You got
yesterday.
whiskey
So
too.
I'll probably
Oh,
get it by next year. Yeah, I wanted the whiskey
okay.
too. So I was gonna get the whiskey, and I was like, I'm gonna wait and get my first bottle first, and then see where I go from there.
Well, I mean, like when you get it, we'll just save enough for the drunk
Oh,
cast because,
oh yeah, I'm
um,
more than enough. Of it.
Devil Tank, you're listening to this podcast. You're doing the timestamps. You commented on like a Facebook post that I had a couple of weeks ago, I think. But yeah,
yeah.
there'll
I
be
saw
no
that.
drunk cast this week or next week or even the week after that. So I'll message you directly on like what's going on in my life. But yeah, I can't do it for like the next couple of weeks, at least the next 3 weeks. The drunk cast. But after that, I will save. I have plenty of fucking wine, the Star Trek
Yeah.
wine to
Well,
like literally fucking die. Um,
So,
we definitely have to do it on a Friday because
yes.
like if I'm gonna be getting wasted, like I gotta make sure that the sweetness is not working the next day because she sometimes work on Saturdays. I am not watching the kid with a fucking hangover. I've done it once. It's not a pretty picture.
No, yeah, no. And that was
yeah,
one of the main things because I know I want to do it like this Friday, but this Friday I will not be in a good emotional
I won't
state to be drunk
I
publicly.
won't be here,
So
so
yeah, in a couple of weeks
I will
though,
be traveling.
yeah, I'll probably be drunk that night, but
there you go.
yeah. So yeah,
My
in the
outro
next
will explain why I
yeah
cannot do it this Friday.
in the next couple, I would say probably at least 4 weeks from now. Give us 4 weeks, and then we'll know about the drunk house. 'Cause I definitely want to do it, but it has to be on a Friday. Because
Well, I should do
for
it from
me, Wednesdays are fine, but everybody else got to work on a Thursday. So
yeah.
I don't work on Thursday, Friday, or Saturday. So
There you go. I want to say this. Prodigy and we both saw Evil Dead Rise.
Oh
But
yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
I'm gonna save my review for when he comes back because that movie was super wild and I need someone else to go through it with me because it was an experience to say the least. That was definitely an experience. It was I if you're a horror fan, you should definitely see Evil Dead Rise, especially all you Deadeye fans and Bruce Campbell fans. I know he's not in it, but the legacy of Evil Dead is alive and well in this film. So I highly
Thank you.
recommend seeing it, especially if you're skeptical or if you're complaining because Bruce Campbell's in it. This is definitely worth the watch. This is a well-made horror movie. I know it sounds weird, but it's definitely well made. There's been a lot, actually, really good horror recently. Scream Six sounds weird, but it's actually pretty good. It's streaming. It started streaming yesterday, so I recommend seeing that one too. If you saw Scream 5, see Scream 6, both of them together,
Damn.
I would say do a double feature. They're pretty good
I haven't,
together.
I haven't seen 3, 4, or 5. Like,
Four
goddamn,
was
behind the
four
time.
was kind of weak. Five is like a imagine Star Trek: The Next Generation. That's what Scream 5 pretty much is. It's like Scream: The Next
Did
Generation.
they travel in time?
Uh,
look at this.
yes,
He's got the
they
jokes
cut
now.
it too. Yeah, I
He's
know,
a
right?
goddamn Trekkie now.
I am. I'm trying to summon my David Chappelle. Fucking bring up Ochit.
Oh yeah. So I
Summoned
mean,
by his government, David Chappelle, sir.
oh
David,
I mean,
yeah,
Jesus
not Dave
Christ.
Chappelle. Trying to protect him from the letter people.
I mean, we went hard on Picard because it's good, and I can't wait. I'm so hyped up on Star Trek. I need more. So in June, I'm definitely watching Strange New Worlds because I like the series.
I need
I
to
think
catch up. Yeah.
they did a good job with Pike making him unique from the other captains that came before. So he has his own quirks, and he has a different way of commanding his starship. So I enjoy their take on him. The rest of his crew is like kind of weird because um, a genetically modified officer or the offspring of one or whatnot. And generally, they're not allowed in Starfleet. So I want to know what the fuck is going on with that chick.
Mm.
But we'll see. I'm looking forward to season
Wait,
two. And
who was the person that was kind of like non-binary? Was that in Discovery? Who had like the
yeah, it's in
dead?
Discovery.
Yeah.
Discovery,
Okay.
she had the non-binary, and she also had the non. She had the non-binary trill or the trans trill.
Yeah. Yeah. I
Was
like
she like
that.
legit like non-binary? Like she didn't have any
Yeah,
of the body parts?
no, she
It
doesn't.
has nothing to
She
do with body
literally
parts. Goddamn.
no. She literally tells people how she had to identify her, and that's how she wants to be addressed in the show. I'm like, oh, okay,
That's like what is it called when you don't have any of the sex organs? Like
androgynous.
Munich. Is that what it's called?
Munich isn't it a
Yeah, is it
city?
like or Munich is like a person who's been castrated. I can't remember. I don't know.
Oh,
I
that's
haven't drinking.
mutilation, is that? The
No,
fuck?
isn't that what a Munich is? Like somebody who doesn't have either sex organs, or like they at least had one, they like chopped off.
You mean a mannequin?
Are you saying
No,
eunuch
not a
or
mannequin.
Are you saying eunuch or Munich?
Munich. What is
A,
Munich is a city. A eunuch,
a
I
eunuch
don't know.
is someone that had like they've had their genitals removed, but
okay, that's
Munich
what
is
it is.
definitely a city. That's how I was laughing. I'm sorry.
I was like, what the fuck is happening here? Like, what the fuck? Uh, Buddha could be a term there
So
as
yeah, I would
well.
not call a non-binary person a eunuch.
Mm,
No, like not at all. Like there's, you could have like all your genitals intact and still like
still
be
prefer to be.
non-binary or even like an asexual person, like as
Mhm.
in like not being attracted to people. It's like, yeah,
Not wanting to procreate or whatever they call it, whatever.
it's.
I just
Go ahead.
I think like if you say non-binary, that's like you're not one or two, so you're zero. So you don't have zero of the zero
You
one
would
or twos.
you
So
could still have the things, but also not want to use those things on somebody else. So
Okay.
yeah, it's all good. Like it's one of those things where it's like we're slightly outside of that generation of mindset of like the non-binary, different genders, all that shit. Like we're generally speaking like sort of outside of that understanding, but we can get there. Like I'm trying to be there at this point because people are different. Like I think we've all met people that from. I mean, Jesus Christ, me and Blue, we went to a fucking a gay bar back in like fucking
hey
what, 13
man,
years ago.
you gotta use this word correctly. We didn't go to a gay bar where you could be fucking. We went to a gay bar for drinks.
What the hell?
We went to a
This guy,
fucking gay bar.
I didn't say gay bar for fucking. I said we went to a fucking gay bar. Anyway,
What the-
we we had an enjoy like we were there with another person who was
Yeah,
was female, and cis female.
it's female.
Yeah, is female. Yeah, and we had a lot of well,
Yeah.
Blue's experience was a little bit different from mine because he had to listen to some stuff, but we still had a generally good time there, and it was just it's just funny looking back on like that experience and like seeing all like the vitriol happening. Even like when I tell the story about going to that bar, I always tell the story about like how I was like trying to piss because like the door to the toilet
Oh, yeah.
was like broken. And I tell the story of like how I would like how I pushed my back foot against the door and I would pee like in a Power Ranger stance, as if like I was honestly worried about being raped in a bathroom.
Yeah, exactly. Same
Like,
here.
but that was like not the vibe like at all. Like in this place, like I had literally zero concern about being raped in a bathroom in a gay bar. So it's just like it's like things like that where like you go back and think about it, and it's just like people that's back then. It was like they were kind of vilified to me of like those sorts of people, and like now thinking about it, it's like they're not they're just people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm
yeah.
trying to look at
It's
how the fuck do you
it's like
spell? So,
like my Louisiana story. Like yeah, like it was a gay bar I went to, but like everybody was there. It was chill as fuck. They knew I was straight. Nobody was like trying to hit on me. Well, I mean, I got compliments. I was a good-looking dude, which is true. But then again,
But then, how does it
gay
make you
bar.
feel?
No,
It makes you feel fucking
it
dope,
made me feel
right?
good.
But
Yeah. But yeah. I mean, everybody's fucking been like nobody's like I don't know. It was a good time. I had a good time. That gay bar, that's the gay bar we went to. That was, I mean, one of my favorite stories about going to a bar is talk about like going to that gay bar in Vallejo and the one in Louisiana. The stories that are attached to them are
yeah,
fucking great. Like they're memories I can like pass on to generation. Like I want my kid to tell my grandkid about it and stuff like that. I want to be on a Frenta or what is it called? Shit, I'm all fucking up. The shit from
ofrenda.
Coco. Ofrenda, yeah. I'm gonna Ofrenda. Like, oh, this is
When you're dead,
called
it's all like a little
Blue.
a post-it note. He went to a gay bar.
Yeah.
you guys are reading about or talking about gay bars, and I'm reading about eunuchs. Apparently, this has been a practice from the second century.
Years.
Oh yeah, super long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like I'm reading their functions, and one of these doesn't make sense. One of them is their functions range from being a clandestine operator, or for espionage, or a concubine, or a sexual partner, or they're guardians of women or harem servants.
Guardians make
So
sense, but the
that
sexual
makes
thing.
sense. I mean, if you cut your nuts off, that means you cut your nuts and dick off. Then you ain't having sex with the sultan's harem servants. So.
Yeah, I just recently, not recently, like over time, but especially recently, I'm like really noticing like these like steps of like vilification and like almost genocidal tendencies towards the LGBT, Q plus whatever community that I'm like reading about and seeing in the news, and it's like I don't understand like why people are so angry about these people. Like unless you are like attracted to, or I don't know, like I'm kind of exasperated about this, but that's like they're trying to make it seem like this whole group of people are like trying to rape kids, and it's just like, but meanwhile you have like literally these whole church communities that are proven to hide literal fucking
Mm-hmm.
pedophiles, and you just give them a pass. And like I haven't seen like crackdowns on like
Boy Scouts.
trans or drag queens or any of these things. I don't see any of these. Like, where are all the rapes coming from? Like I don't see any of that shit happening to children from this group of people, and they're being vilified for it. I don't get it, and it's making me more and more angry over the days, as a straight dude, because I see these same types of things that happen with like, black people and Jews. Like they use these same crazy ass fucking excuses on like why we should, make laws against them and all this shit. And it's just like I'm kind of putting my fucking foot down on this shit. Like I'm tired of hearing about it. And I think that if a friend of mine happens to like even mention some shit like that to me at this point in time, like we're not good until you have a different opinion on this. And if you're a listener, I guess we're not good if you think about that like that. So I'll say it like that. I don't think we're going to lose listeners for that because, like, you've heard me and us for the past long time, and I see the direction things are going, and it's not good for those people that are obviously not me, but at the same time, like, we've seen how these things go, and it's not in a good place. And I wish that people would just fucking stop and seeing them as people. And like, and if some of them happen to do like horrific shit, then yeah, definitely they belong. You know, they should be held accountable. But I don't see that, and like nobody see like the data is not on your side.
Sorry, I have to apologize, but I was not listening to anything specific. Still in awe at
We
all of
can't hear
these
you.
units across. Wait, you can't hear me?
But I
You're
can't now.
breaking up.
You were breaking up for a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm looking at units that were in service throughout the globe for centuries, and looks like there's pictures of some of these people. They were like
That's what
clergymen.
you looked up, bro. You looked up Unix. Can I see where the dicks were not
No,
covered?
no, no. They don't show what their bitch looked like.
Oh, okay.
So
Are you sure?
the majority of their role was to take care of the royal family because they were seen as more docile and not as threatening because
Safe.
they had no cock and balls. And they show a picture of a black eunuch of the Ottomans to the Ottoman Sultan as he attended the Sultan from at the Imperial Palace in 1912. So they oversaw the harem girls pretty much. But these people are in like ceremonial garbs,
This is
and
like
I can't
they refer to
remember.
the black eunuchs in particular in the Ottoman Empire.
Of course they
There's
will, because they'll want to make it seem like it's like some voluntary shit. Like,
uh,
cause it's the whole like,
oh no, it wasn't. I mean, I don't know if it was voluntary, but they definitely were slaves.
yeah, but they, you know, say even what you said, like a black eunuch, like you didn't say a black eunuch slave because they probably didn't even mention it. It's just
No, it's mentioned that they're slaves. It says
okay.
their fair portion of male slaves were imported as eunuchs.
Well, then they shouldn't
Is it
even like consider them eunuchs. They should consider them as slaves that had their genitals literally removed against their will. Because
mutilated? Being mutilated.
yeah,
Well, it's interesting that you bring it up because, like, I can't remember what movie it was. Well, the first time I heard, like, even the phrase or the term Munich, it was like a comedy, like, type movie, and like the whole purpose of him being, I guess, castrated or having the genital removed was so that he would be more like not obedient, but more like he wasn't a
Less
threat. Like he
less
wasn't gonna like
threatening.
sleep with a
Less
woman. Yeah, he
threatening.
wouldn't sleep with like a
So
woman or such and such.
that's the whole
But he
reason
still
why
had like
in each of these countries, Korea, Vietnam, China, these men, it's specifically men, had their genitals removed so they were less threatening to the royal family. They wouldn't rape the daughters or sons. I'm like, what the fuck? There's these huge passages about these eunuchs. A lot of them were like considered very regal, I guess. It's very strange to me. But it's a practice that's been gone on for centuries, even up until the 1900s. Very strange. Anyway,
it's not. I
what
mean,
would be considered a eunuch?
it's kind of fucked up.
yeah, cut your dick and balls off.
You say prodigy?
That's good name. Hmm?
No, I,
Is,
Yeah, who said prodigy?
is prodigy a eunuch? That's the name of this podcast. Since he's
Oh,
not on this, since he is not on
no, you
this,
fucking dead.
damn.
Oh, fuck. Oh, oh, my stomach hurt. So, Prodigy has no dick and balls. For those you don't know, his dick and balls have been removed, or at least his balls are gone. He's neutered.
it's been donated
Therefore,
to Dankness.
for the cause.
Yeah, he knows what's up.
Damn. So
But you
he
know
is
what's
now a
not up?
eunuch.
His dick, because he's a eunuch. I'm just kidding. He's
Damn.
not
He's
an
a eunuch.
actual eunuch. He just had a
I'll
vasectomy.
just,
Oh, I can't breathe. Oh,
I'll be seeing the episode because she's
oh,
gonna be fucking
shit.
hilarious.
Oh my god. Oh god. Oh, it's too good.
I have to make sure that I'm spelling eunuch correctly for the name
I
of the
guess
I was
podcast.
like,
it's EUNN.
I thought it was an E. I was
Oh,
spelling
Jesus
U.
Christ. Yeah, that fucked me
Yeah,
all up.
EUNUCH.
E
Oh
U
damn.
N U
N
C
U
H.
C H.
Holy
Yeah,
shit. Is that really how you. God
I
damn.
guess.
All right. I fucking mutilated.
So I guess
That
I
fucking.
seriously was sitting there spelling
so
like
the
I was spelling IUINQUE. I was like,
so
that's
the
not what
I
it
put
is.
a Q somewhere in there. I'm just
yeah,
saying.
so so when you put a Q, it makes it sound like unique.
Yeah.
So it's like not the
I was
same.
kidding about the Q.
So I guess the urban term eunuch is UNIC.
That's how I Cause goddamn it, I'm fucking urban. Cause I'm black. That's what it means to be urban. Is black.
I'm talking about Urban Dictionary. That's all
But
you need.
also urban means black.
So you can you can put both spellings in it. Fuck it.
You could have put a gun to my head and be like, spell unique. And I'm like,
Yeah, I'd have fucking definitely died.
UIN.
Yeah.
Bam.
That doesn't
There's a
even
thing going around.
Even the way that it's spelled is not like EUNUCH. Like that's an old timey word.
It is.
Because it's not the way that we use normal letters and words in English. So
think of the word euphoria. How do you spell euphoria?
yeah. Okay. Well, also, it's old timey word.
Well, I was gonna say, like, if you think of like French, like to say we, like it's not spelled like WI or WE, it's OUI. Like when I learned that, I was like, get the fuck out here. There's no way.
In French, yeah, French is OUI.
But then that's French, so that's another language. Can't really blame them for that. But
okay. So eunuch is Greek. Because it goes to Greek to Latin. That's why it sounds okay. So I don't feel bad anymore.
But it's also like, I guess with other French words like depot, like Home Depot, for example.
Rendezvous is French.
Or Chardonnay. Like there's a T at the end, but the shit's Chardonnay. Yeah, Chardonnay ends with a T, right?
Yeah, Chardonnay does it? T. Yeah, Chardonnay ends with the T.
Yeah, with French words,
I'm sorry.
like
Chardonnay ends with Y. Chateau.
I'm not sure. Chateau, that's what it is. Or Cabernet.
Oh, Cabernet ends with the T. Yeah.
We're gonna go through all the wines now. It's like, what's going on here?
We're going back to Star Trek wines.
Had enough to drink.
Yeah,
I have.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. Should we wrap it? Because
we probably should because we're devolving.
Let's wrap it up. So, Ninja, what you got populating, crackulating this weekend? I'm gonna start with you because I know Chrono's got a story.
Oh god. Oh well,
I tell my story though. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a eunuch. I still have my cock and balls, but they're kind of.
Are you sure though?
Oh yeah, they're kind of sweating right now. I gotta adjust myself. So, I want to start off with happy birthday to Blue. So you're going to be 1 year older than you were last year, pretty soon. Like
more days.
Literally in days, yeah. So hopefully, super drunk for you, Blue doesn't ruin anything for you. Just drunk Blue comes out.
She should ruin everything.
Oh god, dang. But
I want
to. But
God,
yeah.
No.
I'm gonna be chilling this weekend because I'm probably gonna be traveling. Not traveling, but I'm gonna have more free time in the next month. So I'm gonna take this last kind of hurrah as like a cool down thing. There's a lot of close people to me. Their birthdays are this weekend, including Blue. So I'm gonna be. I talked to Stitch earlier today. We were playing Modern Warfare 2. Started a new fucking mode, Plunder, which is Stitch's favorite fucking mode. Probably gonna be playing that with him, and probably Prodigy if he ever gets his nuts reattached. Probably not. I got Resident Evil 4 because I beat Resident Evil 3, and Jedi Survivor is out. I think either tomorrow, maybe early tomorrow, because some people already have it, or Friday. I'm gonna get it this weekend. I'm gonna be balls deep in some Star Wars fucking Jedi Survivor. I will be twitching it out.
Oh yeah, you can't be balls deep as a eunuch. I'm just saying.
I'm not the eunuch. That's Prodigy. He ain't here right now because he's looking at ball reattachment consultation. Anyway,
he's gonna be like that. He's gonna be like that guy from Wild Wild West with Will Smith, the guy who got like the bottom half chopped off.
Body. Yeah.
Yeah.
So other than that, I didn't plan on going in. Yeah, I'm not leaving anywhere until like the following week. But yeah, that's probably about it for me.
For myself, my birthday's this weekend, so the students and I and a little guy, we're going out of town for birthday. We're going to some place fucking random. Like this is some place that you never like. Why the fuck are you going there? But we're going to Eureka, California.
Oh, I was gonna say Utah.
Which is like,
you're going to hella far. You're going to bear country.
I don't know why, but I've always wanted to go there. I think it's mainly because like I love the show. Like, there's a show called Eureka where like
hey, or no, the one on I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't that the Supernatural show?
Yeah.
Not Supernatural. It's like super sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're trying to go there?
Eureka, and there's like a bunch of smart scientist people, blah blah blah.
Bruh,
but yeah, like there's one really cool thing, they have a zoo there that has like a bunch of like redwood trees, and they have like a plat like I can't what's called. They have like a scaffolding where you can like walk between the trees, but it's like up very high. So I'm excited about that. You know, I'm taking a little savvy with us. Um, Lost Lost Coast Breweries out there too, so I'm
Yeah,
hoping to
I've been
check that
down.
out. Yeah, so I'm definitely checking that out.
They
Checking
got
out like
the
different
hold
kind. I
on.
just
Drink the Brother Thelonious.
okay.
One of their best beers. It's a Belgian
Probably
quality.
go there for like on my birthday for lunch. But yeah, just I just want to try something different. Like usually when in here in California, like you usually go down south like LA and stuff like that. I'm like, let's go a little bit north. I mean, there's like Tahoe, but that's more kind of northeast areas. And I just wanted to see something different. Plus, I've seen pictures of like of that area. There's like something called like the great not the I think it's called the Great Highway, where basically like you just drive through redwood areas, but there's like certain areas where you actually like drive through the trees and shit like that. I'm like, yo, I want to check that out. That seems pretty fucking dope.
It is dope. Me and Kay have done it.
Yeah, I think you guys did it like for one of your anniversary, right? Like I went
Yeah, yeah.
somewhere,
Went
I
to some
guess,
trees.
nice
Yeah.
hotel. Yeah, yeah, I'm excited about that. Like Sebi's little bash is just constantly fucking growing, talking like the words he say. It's like, god damn, it's ridiculous. But I don't know, it's all cool. I'm really excited about my birthday. But Kronos, I know I saved you for last. I didn't skip over you. I saved you for last. I know you got some stuff happening, but what's you got populating? It's our next episode.
Yeah. So hopefully, the next episode will happen soon. I can't say when it'll be because obviously, like when we do podcasts, it's recorded on my computer. But the next week will be difficult at best for me to record. I'm gonna try to get something out there, and if things go wrong, I don't know what's gonna happen with the podcast. So, but I'll try to keep it going. So hopefully things will go okay on Friday. I'm really hoping for that. Uh, I would like to thank everybody for supporting the podcast, watching. Thank you, Maha Blurred, once again for a super chat earlier. Appreciate it.
Yes.
And thanks to everybody else, that's on the podcast. Blue Prodigy, Old Ninja, Stitch when he is on occasionally now, I guess, for doing this. We talked about doing this like a long time ago. We kept it going for like a number of years, and hopefully we will be able to do this for a number of years more. But yeah, I'm just going through a lot right now. Just trying to get through it. So hopefully next week you'll see me again and it'll be okay. And I'll be able to talk about some of it next week or after that, maybe, hopefully. So yeah, that's all I got.
All right.
All right.
Owned it with those words. Can you take us out of here?
Yeah, make it so. All right. You just experienced Black in the Back Times Infinity, the
Infinity.
dankest podcast on the airways or on the interwebs. Check us out anywhere and everywhere with BTBTI. It's BTHANBTI. Anywhere and everywhere.
Oh,
What the fuck? You're drunk already, Blue. Drunk Blue's coming
bad
out.
right.
You can email us at btmbti@gmail.com. We have a Discord on there. It's getting a lot of activity on there more recently. Let us know if you want to join. Check out our official website, benheadproductions.com/btmbti. Every Wednesday, 8:30 Pacific time ish.
Specific
We
time.
go, yeah, specific time. We go live ish. You know what time it is.
Non-unique time.
Non-eating time. Full balls out. Yeah. We're on mostly everything
That's like
social.
outside of balls deep.
Damn.
Balls out, side your body.
Yeah.
Balls out. Wax on, balls off.
Balls gone.
There you have it.
All right. I guess
Got
we're
the
out this
boost.
bitch. Logo. Diddly doodly 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 doodly.